Hi. Hello. Can anyone hear me? Testing. Hi.
Nope.
Yo, we're so back, aren't we?
In. You said in, though.
I did say in. And I'll say it again. In.
You're one of our two viewers. Who's the other one? Speak
Someone's
up.
got to do it.
Yo, it's Atlas.
Yo, my boy.
Atlas,
Shout out to
the
Atlas,
number
who's
one
been
fan.
he's been putting up with so much of my shit for the NHL.
Yeah. Hey, wait, is Atlas on your team?
No, Atlas and Stormtide are the admins.
Oh.
I'm just a problem child, I guess. I was thinking of a way to describe it. I'm the limit tester.
Asshole.
Pushing the bounds of their rules. Kind of I don't want to say intentionally with the idea of like being out to get them, but in the sense that like
You are out to get them.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of out to get them. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Let's see what he said.
I'm just glad to get so much engagement on the NHL. Anyways, the rules gotta be changed. Yeah, you kind of find out the shortcomings of the rules over the course of a season.
Yeah. And it's like when the project is so big and you have 7 seasons that you're trying to incorporate all into one season, you're gonna have to make some changes on the fly. Like, because the NHL is running 7 generations worth of Pokemon from Gen 3 all the way up to Gen 9. And each generation is like a 5-week season plus a 3-week playoffs.
Yeah, I think you have to
So
have
this
some
is
lenience
like
for
a
being able to change
year-long
the rules between seasons. I mean, between
this is like a
generations.
year-long dynasty thing with like franchising and like teams and everything. It's kind of a big like orchestration. So yeah, definitely. Since this is technically like the first, well, not really technically, since this is the first season and the first part of a long thing, there's gonna be some rules that are found that need to have some amendments. Most of them I agree with. Some of them
We gotta get a Mons union.
affect me. I don't want to say disproportionately, because since I'm kind of the problem, they should be affecting me disproportionately. But no, I don't know. They're doing a really good job there, and a lot of their changes and rules and everything makes sense. It's just a lot to like understand.
I don't know. I think the commissioner is greedy.
Yeah,
He doesn't know what's good for the sport.
they're hoarding all of my points.
Yeah.
I know what they're going to do with the draft picks they're stealing from me. They're going to use them themselves to feed their kids their 3rd yacht. And yes, they are going to eat the
That
yachts.
doesn't sound healthy, yeah.
Much rather edit now than a Gen 8, yeah, for sure. Anyway, enough about the league that's not the NBA.
Whoops.
Let's talk about the NBA. When did these finals happen? This game was played, I think
3
we can
weeks
scroll down
ago.
and see the date.
August 10th.
Yeah, well, it was played a long time ago.
Which was
over-
after
Just over
this
3 weeks ago.
preview, which I forgot was a thing now that we can see the preview of that.
Yeah, it's so helpful.
So
Well,
this is
the
our
truant
truant.
final.
Yeah, we're gonna go up the order this time,
Yeah,
growing in suspense and stakes.
and
As
as
we
much as
build.
this is a truant final, this is also a PWC final.
Yeah.
With Major Comeback and Lilia both being from the PWC.
There can be only one.
I think there's got to be a point where the PWC guys are no longer the PWC guys, you know, where they're just more of the NBA goons. And I feel like after a
I
season,
would say
especially
after
with
the
one of them
season,
winning, right?
but
Yeah,
the season has been
they're
over for a
NBA
couple weeks.
Yeah. So they're
in the
NBA
context of reviewing this season, though, they're still the PWC guys, though.
True. And one of them is fighting to be the better PWC guy, but now they're just
Yeah.
both regular NBA guys, and
The
one
winner-
of them has a championship.
The winner has to become an NBA guy.
There's no
The
way
loser
around
gets
it.
to retain their PWC title.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, so we
yeah.
got the
Okay.
Terra Jolteon that
Yes.
has been pretty good
This
all
has been
season.
tearing it
We
up.
always talk
Yes.
about Terraing it up. Um,
Ha ha ha.
it's Terra Water, so you gotta assume it's Volt Absorb and not one of his funny quick feet sets that he's run a couple
Likely.
times.
Although electric water is just a strong stab combo regardless of ability, so.
Yeah,
I'll
I
take a
guess
look at
against
the
a
team,
Keldeo too, like,
see what didn't come here. There's a,
and
let's see,
a Lobomola as well.
Nidoking, Vaporeon. There's
Actually,
a
yeah,
Terra
this
Iron
could
Leaf.
just be a quick feet Jolteon with Terra Water, just because you're resisting like flip turns and stuff,
Yeah, it could
and
be.
beating up Keldeo.
There's a Terra Iron Leaves that didn't come. There's a Cyclizar that didn't come. Mega Absol and Corsola Galar are on the bench for a major comeback. And for Lilia, we don't see Zeraora actually, which is interesting. We don't see Diancie, Hitmontop, and Terradiplin is what's on the bench for Lilia.
I'm thinking
And
the
so
Zeraora doesn't come because of Jolteon being a Terra captain and could be like a quick feet Terra ground that just kind of bodies you.
right.
And yeah, the Nidoking, I mean, Nidoking's not really a guaranteed bring as your ground type, but then also like your flying type is the very physical, could be wearing a Rocky Helmet Corviknight.
See, but in the electric
But you also
train,
get the boost, yeah, from
yeah,
electric
I
train.
actually think Zera would be strong. Now, I don't know any of the particular sets, and I'm sure there's a reason to have all of these bonds, including
Yeah,
my favorite clown Pokemon, Ghost Fire type,
yeah,
noted defensive type chart filler,
yeah.
Blacephalon. I'm sure there's a reason for that to come over Zera.
I
Maybe
would think
even
it
just
just
not
deals
being
with
able to find
Corviknight
the right
better,
set.
right?
Yeah, it does. Well, surely an electric terrain, the Plasma Fist just kills, and you could even just be T-Bolt, right? It could be special. Like Calm Mind Thunderbolt
True.
should
I
do a
guess the
lot.
risk you're running though is then against the Jolteon, where again, like it can run Terra Ground and just kill you, but it will always have Bolt Absorb for you, and your Plasma Fists might make other. I don't know what other move it would affect here, but it would, you run the risk of like making your own mons heal it with normal type moves.
Well, it's not a double battle, so that doesn't work.
I thought it was just like as long as like he uses it and then it's just like present on the field.
No, it's just
There's
for
like
that turn.
only as long as Zeraora is out.
It's only for
That
that
was
turn.
only that turn. Ah.
Yeah, it's not as good as it seems,
Oh well.
unfortunately. Yeah, it's such a weird thing where like 100 100 physical electric is actually very strong, right? Obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But
your other options are Pikachu
the Thunder
exclusive,
Punch, like
or
Wild Charge,
Morpeko
yeah, Volt
exclusive.
Tackle, like the Recoil and Thunder Punch, right? Those are the
Yeah.
options. Or I guess now there's Supercell Slam, which is very
Which you just
inconsistent.
protect and it sucks.
Not a good option into two electric communities here.
Yeah.
Even if it did have it, but yeah, it doesn't. It only is for that turn. So that's why it's so rare to see it actually pop off.
Yeah. I thought that's like why you would run like a normal type move like Facade or something on Zeraora. Just be like,
Oh
give
no!
yourself Plasma Fist and then click that move.
Imagine that'd be kind of cool. That would be like Galvanize in a move.
Yeah. That's what I thought it was.
Hmm. Nah, it's just if the opponent clicks a normal move that turn, then it heals you. So I think we've seen it work with they clicked Plasma Fist and somebody else clicked Roar, or maybe it was Whirlwind or something to try and switch them out on a bulk up set. And yeah, it stopped them from being phased out, which was really sick. I don't remember who played that, but really cool turn. But otherwise it doesn't have many applications.
That's interesting. Well, yeah, no, I do think it's like when you have the electric train boost, like you're still extremely threatening.
Oh,
But
for
you
sure.
just- you
I
just
think it's more
risk-
threatening than Coco or Jolteon. Now, Jolteon has the advantage of having which
Okay, what?
now having rising voltage, but that doesn't affect the Volt Absorb Zera anyway.
No, yeah, you're not using it on him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, really the only risk is the Terra ground if it wants to just kill you.
But even then, like I imagine you'll have Grass Knot for Nidoking.
Is
Unless you're
Jolteon heavy
physical.
enough for grass not to matter at all?
Probably not, but like it's a move to click.
I feel like close
Actually,
combat
maybe it
probably
doesn't
does
run
more.
grass. Yeah, it's probably CC. But you have to have something for Nidoking. I don't know. Maybe this is the problem that Lily had with like identifying
Nidoking,
a good
yeah.
Zera set, right? Is yeah, there's a Nidoking and a Jolteon that I can't deal
Like
with.
you almost want to run Bandit, but you just can't because
Mm.
Jolteon and Nidoking are here.
I have a feeling that bulk
Or
up like
Scarf, I mean.
plus one close combat probably honestly just kills Jolteon.
Yeah, but then you're slower if it's quick feet. It's like you would want to run like Scarf or something to make sure you have
Is it really
speed
going to
and
be
you
quick
can't
feet
choice
though?
it.
I feel like if it's
Dude,
trying to
if not
check,
for the fact that he's run it multiple times, I don't know.
you might be right. If it is ground, then I would imagine yeah, it would be quick
Put it
feet.
this way,
But it's
I
not.
think that if you're building for it and you know that like quick feet Jolteon outspeeds non-Scarf Zera, like you still kind of want to be afraid of that. Like if that's the
Probably
chip.
outspeed Scarf Zera too.
Is it
Surely.
double?
Yeah, it's times 2 speed.
Yeah, so it probably does.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna fact check myself because I don't want to be stupid.
Also, I noticed that Jolteon is Terra Water and Keldeo is Terra Electric, so they're just opposites.
Sorry, it is 1.5. I was wrong.
But
I
it's only-
forgot.
okay, yeah.
I had a
I
feeling.
didn't
I was
think
like,
that
wait,
there
this
was
sounds
anything
wrong.
that doubled speed outside of Unburden and like
Yeah, I
Chlorophyll,
was like, this
all those
this
things.
sounds wrong as I'm saying this. I got
Just
like
having
a
a
physical
permanent double speed from
Yeah.
from just one held item for the entire.
Yeah, no, it's +1. Okay, so we can actually get into this battle. I feel like Nidoking lead is actually pretty strong into this team because Keldeo is probably unlikely. Maybe like a Shuka Nidoking for a Lando lead from Lilia's part with Ice Beam would be pretty
How do you
strong.
feel? How do you feel about like a Vaporeon lead though, and like flip turn out?
It feels passive, but it's probably fine. If you lead
But
into Lando,
it's
you're
good into
you're
Lando.
probably switching out.
Yeah.
I don't think it is good into Lando. It would have to have Ice Beam or like just scalding it maybe is okay.
Well, that's what I'm
Maybe
saying. It's like I'm
taking
assuming
that
you have a
train is
move
fine.
that hits it, and if it's not Lando, you flip turn out.
Yeah, that's pretty fair, actually.
The only thing
Especially if
is
you don't
Quillfish, like
need
you don't want it to
Vaporeon.
just start setting up. Like if Quillfish leads, like you give him free spikes basically.
Setting
If you
spikes.
just flip
Yeah,
turn
that's
out.
true.
You do have a grounded poison type for T spikes.
Yeah, and Quillfish doesn't really do anything to Corv. It can taunt it though to stop it from defogging. So
Yeah.
I guess you do want to stop that from happening. Yeah, yeah. Vaporeon seems okay, unless it's Shuka Lando or sorry Shuka Nidoking.
Oh, it's just the Corviknight
We just see the
lead.
Corv.
Which I guess Corv is good
This
into
is good
the
into
Lando,
Lando, too.
and it's good into the Quillfish lead as well.
Yep, this is also fair. I don't know if it's like good.
Oh,
into
and
taunt
mirror
Quillfish.
armor too to
Mhm.
intimidate himself.
And the
And it
helmet.
was Rocky Helmet. It was Rocky Helmet for probably the Zera.
And here's the
Scizor.
Terra Water threat. You probably just click it here.
Oh, this is double intimidate core.
Yeah. Oh, with the hard read on the Volt Switch.
Walter type.
Yeah.
Well,
You can
Destiny
zoom in
Bond,
on the,
but
on the full
doesn't
battle
kill.
here.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you're
it doesn't
right.
die.
I guess you're expecting like an Earth power there.
That's funny.
Destiny Bond again on the swap. Taunt. You
Yeah, there's
U-turn
the
out?
taunt.
Yeah.
But this is almost dead. Surely you can just kill this. Yeah, you just Terra
Yeah, you
Blast
Volt
here.
Switch and... Oh, yeah. I would have said Volt Switch and just, get whoever you want.
Yeah, but yeah, true. Because if Lando comes in, then it's fine still.
Put tier list again.
Another hard
Okay.
read on the Terra
Calm
Blast.
Mind.
It should live after the CM now, especially after
Volt
Lefties.
Switch out. It's resistive, but you still just get the chip. Wait, you're giving Electric Surge to the Terra Electric Keldeo, though. That could be risky. If it kills you, then I'm assuming it has Terra Blast.
Okay, light
Nice
screen,
light
nice.
screen, though.
Even though Secret Sword deals damage based on physical defense, it is still a special move.
Yeah. It's like Psyshock.
Yep. Wow, and this
So,
Keldeo is just
yeah.
living. This is so much.
And now
So
you
much
only have
bulk.
2 turns
So much
or 1
leftovers
turn
value.
left of your electric terrain, which doesn't really help you a whole lot. Volt Switch and just kill this thing? No. I would have put money
Might
on
not
Volt
have
Switch
killed.
there. Except I guess Lando could come in.
Yeah, but if Lando comes in,
But you still
beat it with,
threaten. Yeah, you still just kill it.
Yeah, that's what makes like Rotom Wash so good, right? Is it
Yeah.
beats ground types and says they have to come in to immune the Volt Switch.
Well, the difference is that Rotom is also immune to ground type.
Yeah, for sure.
So it
For-
can stay in
for
on it.
Jolteon,
Like,
Yeah, for Jolteon, you need to bring it in safely on something that electric beats
yeah.
in order for the water to beat the ground type that is coming in.
This is
against
really
you.
just a water type with electric step. So it's
Yeah.
not weak to ground, but Big knock. FDs are gone. Wish.
A lot of damage.
Get the
Okay,
rocks. We're
rocks are
getting
up.
a lot of stuff up though. Burn maybe no.
No burn. But surely Corp can.
Yeah, Corp just got
Yeah,
some
there's.
defogs. I wonder if this is like U-turn. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have had taunt.
I was wondering
Versus
that too, but you do have
Scizor
the
is
taunt
just
on the
free
Quillfish.
defog.
It might be a little overkill. Overquill, I guess you could say. Oh, U-turn on the sword stance. That's not a great position to be in. A double sword stance. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Bop. Lilia's setup just feels overwhelming against this very offensive.
Bullet punch with the berry still kills.
Yeah. Major Comeback's team is just so offensive, except for specifically like.
Wait.
Oh my.
Roosting to get rid of your flying type into the close
Oh
combat.
no. Is that over? That might just be over.
I think that
it
is
probably
over.
kills Jolteon through the resist.
That's what I was wondering, is if it kills Jolteon. At +4, it probably does. Yeah.
Oh my god, what a menace. And surely it just kills with Nidoking
Yeah,
too.
there's nothing to worry about here.
Oh wow. Commanding victory for Lilia, who
Base
brought the right
non-Terra Scizor. Just
Yeah.
completely cleaning.
I mean, if there were any Scizor
Let's give this
haters
mon a mega.
Yeah, true. Any Scizor haters are in shambles right now. Because, yeah, I mean, I do think
I wouldn't
Scizor
say
gets a
that's
little
it,
bit slept
though.
on, especially in Paldea decks. I know in that decks, it's still a strong steel type that people vie for, like, fairly early on in draft. But I think it's been slept on a little bit
His
in
metal
the
coats
recent
is boosting
drafts.
that bullet punch too.
Here, swap the screen. We can take a look at these teams. Yeah,
It's
metal coat.
Roost,
That might have been
CC,
mattered.
bullet punch, SD.
Scarf plus F1. Scarf Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, we didn't
plus
see
F1.
that.
Yeah, the Terra Electric.
Scarf Will-O-Wisp against the potential quick feet Jolteon.
Yeah, that leftovers just got so much value.
Yeah.
As Keldeo was tanking special hits after Calm Minding. And I think it was left with like 9% HP or something at one
It's
point, right?
3%. 3% is what it got down to.
Yeah, so that mattered.
I mean, it survived at 3%, and then I guess it got lefties after that.
Yeah.
But
But that's a big
also
difference
taking
between
lefties.
leftovers and citrus, right? Where even though citrus often heals more than leftovers does, like citrus effectively heals you 4 turns worth of leftovers recovery, right?
Yeah.
But it's all in one shot. Whereas if you're setting up and are getting healed incrementally, you're more likely to survive at that 1 HP. Like if you take a hit that deals 50% while you're at 60, you're not gonna get that citrus when it matters, right? Whereas the lefties could have gotten you to 60 from like 54 or whatever, you would have lived. And that's exactly
Yeah, it's also the complicated situation where it's like, if you're lefties, you're still getting value out of lefties. Like even if you just come in and take chip from rocks or like from a resisted attack that only does like 12% to you, like you're still getting value out of lefties. With citrus, like you have to be a mon that can tank a hit that's gonna put it below 50%, but not kill it, or like later on in the game be like, oh, I'm already at 50%. It'd be great if I was back up to 70 by now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not, and now I have to survive an attack at 50% when I might when I could have been at 70% right now.
Exactly.
And maybe
yeah.
I survived that at 20, but at 50, like I'm not even proccing the citrus berry because it's just overshooting it.
Yeah.
So
There are a lot of like frail-ish, like kind of semi-bulky attackers that might even be like I don't know, like maybe Darkrai or Deoxys Speed or something, where they're often setting up nasty and they're fast enough to be able to invest a bit into bulk.
Yeah.
That
Well, and you're
citrus is often
also-
a big changer.
you're also bluffing an item with citrus berry. Lefties, it will
True.
show what you have right away, whereas citrus, it's
Yep.
like you don't know. Like they could come in on rocks and click U-turn 3 times. You still don't even know if they're scarf if you didn't get like a speed check on them. Like just because you don't see recovery, you see them just clicking U-turn. You see it's not a boosting item. Like, oh, it turns out they're actually SD with a citrus berry, and now
Yeah.
I lose. Like,
Yeah, and I think there's like maybe 4 or 5 pillars of like what makes competitive Pokemon. And one of them I think is information.
Yeah,
Right?
just scouting.
Information being just one of the most important things that you can have in battle,
Yeah.
and hiding that information is also very strong.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the biggest like
uh,
criticisms I have of people who make, certain mistakes where it's like when you're just giving away information for free.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure. And playing around with information, I think, is something that good players can take advantage of a lot easier. Bringing something into revenge, pretending like it's a scarf because the opponent doesn't know if it's scarf yet, like bluffing a scarf or bluffing a berry, or people who I think are good enough to understand what you're threatening by the question mark in your item slot will have to respect that, and oftentimes you can get away with murder, right? So yeah, information definitely one of the biggest things. I would say also playing the player is a really big. I mean, I guess playing with info kind of goes along with this, but playing the player, building against how the player you think will build, I think is a strong thing to implement into games. There's a lot. I could talk about this for a while, but I won't get too much more into it. I think there's like I said, maybe 4 or 5 like core elements to the game and what makes players good or bad. And yeah, I don't know how we got on this tangent. Oh, about the leftovers versus citrus berry. Yeah.
About concealing your item.
Citrus does conceal info. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a complicated thing, but you also this goes for a lot of situations in the game, but being one of the things that comes with experience is like being in that position on the opposing side, where it's like there are so many times where you take the bait even when it's not bait, right? Like there are times where it's like you're assuming that they have scarf. You were right, probably in a lot of those times, but you still made a decision based on the assumption that this person's scarf because they put this mon in front of you, and even if it's not game losing, you're trying to avoid that worst case scenario. It's like, okay, I can't lose this mon because this mon happens to be scarfed, and that's where you get so much leverage out of just bluffing. It's not that you're trying to get this bluff that's like this major hard read and you win the game off of it. It's that you can kind of push the game along a little longer just with that uncertainty. So finding places to like put a bluff in or put a mon in like that where neither side is extremely consequential is also very good for like getting leverage, getting chip, getting momentum.
Yeah,
because everybody, if everybody's always making middle ground plays and you're bluffing whether or not you have a scarf, you're just getting a free U-turn like every time that mon comes in until something shows that you're scarf or that you're something else. And that's why it's also important in draft to like look at what sets people bring in the past, and like it's just knowing kind of how people run. It falls off at a higher level where people are able to just run anything, and you know that they can just run anything. But one of the things that you see at lower levels or with newer players is that it's a lot easier to like safely make those plays because they haven't demonstrated that they're going to do something like that. Whereas at the top level, like, you have to really respect that like anyone could be doing anything, and that everybody is aware of the information game. If you're playing against somebody who's not aware of the information game, it's not really a game. Like you're just kind of collecting information.
Right. Now, I will say we actually we scouted in PGP last week. We used a lot of information and made a lot of assumptions in our prep versus one of our opponents last week, and it paid off really big. Even though this is like a pretty high level, well, I wouldn't say like high level clout. Like there's not really like crazy Smogon players and people who like say they're good at the game. But like this is a team tournament of like the best of different communities coming head to head against each other, right? Like people are taking it seriously.
They're
and
choosing
playing to win. And they've been chosen to represent their leagues, right? So it is a relatively high level, like skill level, right? But the way the format works is there's so many players that you basically share a draft just within your 10 teammates, which means that you can't have repetition within your teammates, but another team can have all of the same Pokemon that your team has. Right? So previously in the season, last week's opponent had played against a team that was very, very similar to Riceman's team also. Like they had the same Terra Zarud and like Lando T and Iron Crown, and like there was like 5 out of 8 of the Pokemon, and the core of the team were all the same compared to Riceman's. And when we were scouting what kind of Terra Zarud setup Pokemon our opponent might bring, we saw that against basically the same team that Riceman had, they brought this like Terra Flying knockoff Synthesis bulk up set. And while we were prepping, we realized, oh shit, this set actually completely 6-0s, and not maybe 6-0s us, but like this set is actually pretty strong against us. It's a good, like a well-identified set that we didn't really consider. We were really assuming that it was going to be Terra Poison, but then Flying Acrobatics looked like the best option. After we had scouted to see what it was, we get into game and we brought Terra Rock Zarud in order to beat their assumed Terra Flying Zarud, yeah. And I think it actually it didn't quite like win the 1v1 just because Synthesis is kind of broken. But we tech specifically for it and we came out with the win. So you're right in that it kind of scales down in a concealed, like in a vacuum in one league where you have to prep against different things. But when in a team tournament, you have the opportunity to sometimes have to prep against effectively the same team, then scouting is actually pretty strong.
Yeah, you see like what's their answer for
X
exactly. Or Y.
Yeah. Especially in an 8-mon format when your answers to things are restricted too.
Yeah.
And like Terra Rock is obviously bad. You know, I woke up the next morning.
It wouldn't be the first time that oh wait, oh no, never mind. You were Terra Rock.
Yeah, we were Terra Rock Zarud against their Terra Flying Zarud.
Oh, you still had the Zarud. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we both had Zarud.
I was gonna say it's not the first time I've seen a Terra Rock originally grass type physical monkey, and it's worked.
True. Okay, sorry, we've been yapping for a little while, but we have a challenge bracket to take a look at.
Yeah, right. Let's jump over to that. Let's see that this is all correctly. Get rid of that. That's not the right one. Oh wait, you know why? Because I need to go to this version of it. This one has it. There we go.
There it is. We did it.
So this was the truant bracket. We have here.
Lilia coming away with the massive 5-0 win over a major comeback.
Yeah, there were a lot of 5-0s and 4-0s and stuff here. Actually, there was no loss that was closer than a 3-0. And they were both in round 1.
That's impressive.
So some very decisive victories.
Yeah, so in round 1, we had Chemfruit, who was the top seed, coming out swinging against Rosie, who had, I believe, the top-rated draft in the division.
Yeah, originally. But then she just barely squeaked into playoffs, though.
Scraped by, and unfortunately, Chemfruit handedly beat her. But still a great debut performance from Rosie, and should be proud of that. Chemfruit then did, unfortunately, go on to lose to Lilia, who was the eventual champion. After
Which
Lilia,
we just saw.
We did. It's not a spoiler. We didn't spoil it for you. Lilia did come from 5th seed, having to take down 2 higher seeds. Actually, taking down 3 higher seeds on her way to victory. Taking down 4th seed with Good Guy Greg, Chemfruit with the 1st seed, and then major comeback with the 3rd seed. In the 3rd bracket, we had How Falcons versus Neon, where How Falcons, the number 2 seed, did beat Neon. That game could have gone either way for me because both players are, I think, pretty unpredictable when it comes to playoff time. I don't remember either, honestly. We're gonna have to take a look at the prediction scores. Falk did unfortunately lose in round 2, to Major Comeback, who was the runner-up. And Major Comeback
round 1 semifinals,
finals. My bad. And then Major Comeback came from 3rd seed, defeating C2 on their way to beating Falk to finals.
All right, let's look at. We only had 5 predictions.
You predicted Chemfruit to win. I also predicted Chemfruit to win.
So did whoever this is. Oh, I actually Wait. I won.
Oh, you won.
I got 5 out of 7. What? I don't remember most of my guesses for this one. Wow, I had
Sheesh.
everything right except for finals. Right? Is that what that means? The check?
Yeah.
Oh, no, because the check also shows here though. Which I guess it's just check that he made
Check
it to
that
finals.
they made it there, yeah. So you thought that Chemfruit would make it to finals, but Lilia made it to finals.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. And then Kemford won it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the two you got wrong: is who won the Chemfruit Lilia matchup and who won the Chemfruit.
Right.
Major
Oh, and
matchup.
then here's the predicted winner at the bottom. Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
Which you can't see because I didn't scroll my phone.
Yeah. Wrong.
Delete this prediction. Embarrassing.
Wait.
Why isn't it showing? I guess it's just the next thing up is the actual prediction
so
from the previous
you
round.
correctly guessed that Chemfruit would be Rosie. That's why there's a blue check next to Chemfruit semis.
Yeah, it's just where they progress to.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean that was pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. Like that was a really easy bracket dub.
Just too easy, man. But then everybody else did kind of badly, actually. People thought that C2 would do better and that Chemfruit would do better, but neither made it past semis.
I don't know who submitted this one. Similar top was correct. Incorrectly predicted major comeback, but they had C2. Wait.
Oh, this is probably C2's bracket because they have
C2
Chemfruit winning.
C2. Yeah, I was gonna say like the C2 doesn't even win this. Why are you putting C2?
Yeah.
It's probably because
So this
C2
must be
right.
C2's bracket, yeah. Having them lose in finals, damn. Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking.
Is it more heartbreaking to predict yourself to lose in finals, or for you to predict yourself getting to finals and losing round?
I think the most embarrassing thing is making your title Nahyma knows all and then getting 3 out of 7 correct.
No, I just had to let you have a chance.
True.
See, I actually
I
knew
took
that I
that
was
chance
voting
and ran away with it.
I knew that I was voting incorrectly. I just had to, I can't take all the spotlight.
Wait, did you have the exact same? Hold on, I literally pulled out of it.
Yeah, it's the exact same.
Exact same. Yeah. It lists you below though. Your 3rd place.
Fuck.
And actually, this one's the same score but different guesses.
Yeah, true.
They had the bottom part correct, but had good guy Greg. Well, they still had good guy Greg losing semis, and then having Comfort.
Yeah.
Wait.
See,
they had this whole. Yeah.
Yeah, they had that whole second bracket line wrong.
Yeah, this couldn't have been their
Yep.
prediction for finals on the top side.
Yeah, they predicted the grand champion to lose in round 1.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. So that
GG.
just kind of ruined your bracket. And since we changed the scoring from incremental to linear, or whatever it is, exponential or whatever to linear, I don't
It's
remember.
less
what the
punishing
name is called.
to do that.
Yep. Yeah, but getting it totally right just means that you don't like win outright.
Yeah.
Which I think is good because like we have such a low sample
So
size.
the
We usually
total
only have
score is lower.
5 to maybe 10 bracket predictions at a time. So
Yeah.
it's actually unlikely
So it's
that
5.
people really get the grand champ.
Unless it's like super
Who else,
obvious.
what other
Somebody's-
brackets do we have here?
Well, this is the
what other-
last one for Truant.
Is it? Okay.
This is the only one
They
that
got
was 2
only
out of
the
7.
winner.
Which,
Oh,
if
wait,
this
they
were the other
predicted
scoring
Neon.
system, they had Neon winning it all. Yeah. Either way, even if, with the old scoring system, they might have been like
Might have been
second
okay,
place
right?
with this. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe
Well,
Neon will
congrats
realize
to,
Chansey isn't the only mon on his roster. Narrator.
Not likely.
He did not.
Congrats to Toady, if anybody knows who that is. You won. Congrats,
I got it.
Toadiferous.
Nahyma Bucks cash prize. All right, so here's Swarm. I
I get
think
it.
I did pretty well in this one too because.
Wait, hold on. We got to watch the Swarm battle.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Spoilers. See, I told you there was gonna be something. We forget.
We would never forget.
Just like an elephant. Alright, so let's go. Over to here. Go to our Swarm game.
There we go.
So we have a Terra Dark Suicune
Mhm.
with Terra Fire Venusaur.
Yep.
And I believe that's the only Terra Captain over here.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's Stellar Thunderous.
It is. I just checked.
Oh,
Yeah, it's still his numbers. Yeah. I mean, Sun Team, the Sun Team that kind of popped off this season.
yeah, Sun Team, but it's also versus like a semi-snow team as well,
Yeah.
right?
Like
We
the
see we've
annoying
seen
kind of like
Thuggy
non-committal snow team.
yeah, we've
So
seen
you're not
Thuggy
really
T
screwing each other.
with Gloking pretty often for the like electric stab plus weather ball combo, like ice weather ball.
Yeah.
And obviously Kyurem getting the defense boost from the snow is pretty strong. It can also technically run Blizzard if you need to in the snow.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is Atlas versus DJ Red Lantern. We didn't really say that.
Oh, true. Atlas versus DJ Red Lantern.
Yeah. So I really hated DJ's team with the Mega
Yeah, you did.
Sharpedo Sun team. I thought
Which,
it was
to be
just
fair, I
terrible.
don't think he really used the Mega Sharpedo that much.
No, I don't think so. And
It like
I
didn't
will
really
admit,
fit in
like
that well.
I think I did say this in the moment as well, but like having a water type that is just a fast attacker that doesn't actually use its water stab and still has a way of boosting its speed is like still pretty okay. Like,
Yeah.
considering that it's like not, it is a water type by technicality, it's a pretty good water, I guess.
Well,
as
you
an
also
attacker.
have Protect just built into its set all the time if you need to stall your own sun out.
Yeah. Oh, right. Atlas is in chat and he says Terra Dark Suicune was because Calm Mind's stored power Screamtail kept
Yeah.
6-0ing him every time he mocked. So yeah, I mean, having that to stop yourself from instantly losing is probably fine. It probably means that there's like a roar Suicune as well, if that's specifically for it. But then Screamtail just didn't even end up coming.
No.
That's
Which-
so funny.
I think it's fair. Like, I feel like Gliscor just comes in on it and does whatever it wants to set up.
Yeah, Gliscor is Slowking. I'm surprised that like Slowking Galar wasn't just always like in sub or in scrims rather. It wasn't just like clicking toxic on the Screamtail.
Yeah. Yeah, Screamtail's very vulnerable to status and Nat Dex, where it's just
Yeah.
everywhere.
Or anything
All right.
really. Like there's a lot of potential toxic on this team.
Yeah.
Maybe worried about sub, like CM Sword Power sub.
Screamtail does not have enough moves to do that.
Yeah.
Because it needs like 2 moves to heal. Or if you have an extra move slot, you're gonna do CM bulk up because it's funnier. I think this is Mega Dancy, right?
Likely.
Or is it just base? Okay.
Sledge Bomb didn't do enough to Screamtail, and Rest on Tail dealt with Toxic and Sledge Bomb Poison.
I guess Rest could work, but then after like the first use, it's just kind of like even more of a sitting duck than Screamtail normally is.
Maybe like Rest Talk CM Stored Power is kind
that
of
would
like...
that would be actually kind of nasty. But not into Terra Dark Suicune. Either way, I think that Suicune is, as a Terra captain, is like still usually fine just staying water type. So having your Terra type just be kind of like the flex option to cover like a really bad scenario is fine.
Yeah, like, hey, I don't want to lose to this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Because I think that means that Atlas probably doesn't have another dark type on his team. Let me double check his team here.
Or at least not something that's like bringable.
Yeah. Well, if he has another dark type, I would say that it probably means that the
It could
Screamtail
be like
isn't
4
running
times weak to
mono
fairy or something
attacking.
too.
Yeah, but like if there's any dark type, it's not going to be mono stored power Screamtail, and I think that's the set that
Yeah, true.
that Atlas is worried about.
He might just not have
And
a
looking
dark
at it,
type.
yeah, there is no dark type on this team.
Yeah.
What
so that
didn't
makes
come?
a
It is
lot more
Mega
sense.
Diancie, first of all. What didn't come is we don't see Scizor, Terra Arctozolt, and Carbink.
I think not banking on the Terra Arctozolt is fine against the
Yeah.
Sun team. Again, you want that
Yep.
non-committal snow, where it's like you
Yes,
like it if you
I
have
agree.
it, but you're not relying on it.
Yeah,
and
and
it's
what
just
didn't come for
disrupting Sun.
DJ? DJ didn't bring
There's
Screamtail,
Noivern.
as we mentioned, didn't bring Cobalion, and didn't bring Terra Noivern.
Which Noivern against Kyurem, yeah, that's fair. If your plan is to Terra the Venusaur,
I don't care too much about the Kyurem. I'm more worried about Diancie and Slowking. I feel like it really struggles to hit them.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Because if it had Nasty Plot, I'd say that would be a little different, but it just doesn't have setup options.
yeah.
Maybe like an Iron Tail, you can try and cheese the Diancie, but it's very inconsistent.
Though, where's the normal resist on this team? Diancie, is that it? Like just
Yeah,
paranormal boom burst.
dude,
Just spam it.
Ursa is just so strong, man. This thing is a beast.
Yeah, true. You do have another option for that. Well, anyway, let's see what we start with
Yeah.
here. It says it's the Ursa and the Slowking, which I guess we're just gonna see right off the bat, kind of get an idea of what the
Oof, says
Slowking's
50.
running. Yeah, I would think though if you're leading and just clicking Blood Moon, this might be like a spec set, and that could be like an AV Slowking if it's only doing 50. Because like if you're that confidently clicking Blood Moon on the Glowking, I have to think you're saying like you're either AV or you're dead. Like,
I think Specs Blood Moon is like Specs and clicking the move Blood Moon is a little troll because then it's like running slacking.
yeah,
You basically just
but then
move
you just
around
swap
next
out.
turn. Yeah, but so does slacking. I feel like you'd rather run like a silk scarf or something like that.
Yeah. Well, we don't
Or
know
like
for sure here.
like people do sometimes is the throat spray where you also run hyper voice.
Yeah, third
as well.
makes sense. I would say though, just like in this scenario where we did just kind of talk about like where's the normal resist. It could be specs, but like 90% of the time it's clicking hyper voice. In this one scenario where you have a chance at sniping the Glowking, you click Blood Moon and you take the chance that maybe you have a turn that you have to swap, right? Like, and then every other turn you're clicking specs hyper voice unresisted or Dancy resists or whatever.
Fair. I think I'd
Dancy
probably rather
who's
silk
weak to-
scarf, but like
Yeah.
I think there is a case for either. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I actually don't know what the set is. He probably showed it to me at some point, but Hydro Pump.
Oof, that's a lot of
hitting the kill.
damage.
Oh, it's not choiced. It's not choiced. So maybe it is Silk Scarf. Another Hydro Pump. Only 50%.
This
Is that a
offensive
roll
speed
though?
Is kind of sick. 248s, and this is pressure, so that's already 4 hydro pumps even.
Oh yeah. 3 out of 8. Stealth Rock, yeah, just start getting stuff up. Iron Defense, okay.
Okay. Yeah, but what does this do to Thundy? Especially now, it should have attacked there. A Wakan Berry?
Wakan.
But this body press doesn't do much.
Not even 50%.
And then this is just so low that...
It's gotta be choice though.
Wow, yum.
Yeah,
I thought it'd be Shuka.
I feel like clicking Hyper Voice there or Blood Moon is just... I mean, or what's it called? Yeah, Blood Moon is the attack. Because Vacuum Wave's getting you nothing against Thundy. You're already predicting that Thundy's swapping. Maybe even just click... Oh, no, you don't click Earth Power against Black Squirrel. Yeah, why not just click Hyper Voice?
I think Earth Power's fine. Like, you got rid of the item, so now...
Yeah, or... No, I'm saying he clicked Vacuum Wave.
No.
I'm wondering what that's for. Unless it's like a Kyurem read. But even then, Kyurem...
Oh, well, no,
takes
it
a lot.
was just to hit the Thundy. Like, you don't know necessarily that the Thundy's choiced right now.
He resists Vacuum Wave, though.
Yeah, but Ursa's gonna die. So would you rather get 5% damage or 0% damage?
I don't think that's what it is, though. I don't think it's either that or that, because you're still
What else
calling
could
out
it
that
be?
it could be choice. If it's choice, then you're hitting a swap. Like, you're saying, like, would you rather get 5% on Thunderous or 60% if he swaps?
I mean, that's fair, but then it's also like you have to consider what are the odds that it is choiced, and if that's less than the damage that you're doing, then you're right. There is an argument for, hey, if this is choiced, I can get damage off.
I just think like that 5% probably doesn't make a huge difference. I mean, maybe it makes a difference where plus 4 defense body press maybe kills it after a Vacuum Wave.
Well, it puts
maybe.
it into like.
But you don't have a
put it
Wakan
into,
Berry
like-
anymore, so.
It could put it into range of 2 Stealth Rocks, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, but you don't have Stealth Rocks up.
Yet.
I
I don't know.
see.
No, you're right though. There is the option of calling out the switch here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this.
Because
I like this chili here because if you just go for the kill on Ursa, and let's even just say you Sludge Bomb and kill the Ursa, Gouging Fire comes in on you.
Or Gouging Fire, yeah.
Gouging Fire can revenge come in on you for free and start setting up. Could even like sub in front of the Glow King as it has to switch. Being scared of like Choice Band or something. Even if it's booster attack, you can just threaten to Oko Glow King like right out of the gates. So I agree. You don't want Slowking to be the thing to kill Ursa. You want something that can't be set up on to be the thing left in that has to be.
I would
revenge.
almost even say just put Dancy in so you get the Mega off and like as you're killing it.
Yeah, true.
Save yourself that turn.
Yeah, not a bad call.
The craziest thing is like if he blood moons or hyper voices on the swap, then this earth power still kills through Shuka.
Yeah, if it does do 50. I think it did exactly 50
Well, it did
last time.
50 with the
But
blood
it's
moon, so I don't know if hyper voice would get the job done.
yeah, you would
The
have to
blood
blood
moon
moon.
probably would.
It would be a roll, I imagine. Assuming the 50% was like a mid roll, probably a
Yeah.
roll. Yeah, okay, there.
Exactly.
This
So
is
yeah,
exactly
you
what
come
we were
in and
saying.
bring, yeah.
Yep. Diamond
No
Storm,
boost.
I get wanting to fish.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
And he gets what he
If Diamond
fished
Storm
for.
missed there though, that was like a very losing position.
Yeah.
If it missed the
Just click like
Ursa,
Moonblast, you think?
yeah.
I guess you take the risk like for the chance at also having the pre +2 defense against gouging fire.
Yeah, I don't think you
You
need
do
it.
end up getting it on the setup turn. I wonder if does he have Iron Head? Does he have a steel coverage move? No, it's just Quake. Okay.
Atlas
He
says it was
crashed.
Magnet Rise Encore Diancie to cheese Ursa. That's funny.
Wow. Torkoal comes in. So gouging fire is down and out.
Yeah, and there's only one more thing to use the sun. There
Well,
goes the
that's probably the
rocks.
most important thing to use the sun. Overheat.
Do we see an eject pack here? Nope. See, I don't really like. There's got to be
So,
some thought process behind
or-
how your Torkoal is gonna deal with the Slowking.
I
Because
just
otherwise,
remembered.
Torkoal always comes in on, or Slowking always comes in on Torkoal for free.
I just remembered. He meant to have a eject pack. I think he has a eject button.
Uh,
I think that was.
I mean,
supposed
to
be a
make that
eject
kind
pack.
of mistake in finals is
Yeah.
kind of inexcusable. Okay, just pretend Venusaur is in already, and
Yeah.
BGM has step around eject button over pack. Yeah, unfort. Oh, there. Wow, it totally threw in building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Unfortunate. Yeah.
Sid also misunderstood something.
Unfort. And
He
then
probably
Kyurem looks like
explains
it's just posed a sweep here. Just a close up.
And then I think he.
Here. Oh no!
Wait, he protects. Did he not get the speed boost? Oh, and I think he also had the wrong ability on Torpedo.
Oh my god!
So it's
In
not speed
finals,
boost.
man,
Yeah.
that would have killed this Thundy as well.
Yeah.
Now the problem is, I imagine that Sharpedo does actually have a water move for Diancie. So even if even if it was speed boost and killed the Thundy, it doesn't get through the Diancie.
Is Earthquake.
It didn't at EQ. I don't think it still gets through Diancie though. It should be at
Yeah,
full
it's not
HP.
stab.
It'll take rocks, but Spadef, Wakan, Corviknight. That's why the Iron Defense did so, or the Body Press did so little to
Yeah,
Thundy.
because it wasn't a defensive misted.
Well, at least it was
Yeah, this
Chlorophyll
Venusaur
Venusaur,
had-
not Overgrow.
The Venusaur did have Earth power too, so like it would have gotten through that Glow King. Like before, it wouldn't have been able to chilly reception because he got the Shuka Berry already. So that sun would have stayed up like through Venusaur.
The Ice
just
Fang
going-
was also
going
a
to town.
30% chance to kill Gliscor, even after rocks. Interesting.
Oh yeah, rocks are up now.
What? How defensive was that Gliscor?
What the hell is this? He's just joining and leaving over and over again. Gliscor.
How defensive was that Gliscor? Yeah. Full defense, I imagine.
Full defense
Yeah.
was def. And it was choiced, Thundy.
Mm-hmm.
AV blood.
Was it
moon.
not Adamant Sharpedo? Or was it Jolly?
Jolly?
It was Jolly. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. because you have to
Yeah, and it's
outspeed Scarf
rough
Lady.
skin.
Yeah. Yeah, Alice is right. It's a 30% chance to kill.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is the Venusaur having a chance to actually pop off on its own without the snow going up.
Yeah, especially with the Shuka Berry already popped on Slowking.
Yeah, well, yeah, you just kill Slowking. The snow does
Mhm.
not come back up with Venusaur out.
Yeah,
The
for sure.
only way like something different happens is if Suicune comes in, Terras into Dark, so it doesn't die to Giga Drain. But then even then, I don't think you win the 1v1.
Yeah. Yeah, if that's an eject pack instead of a button, I actually think this might have gone DJ's way.
Yeah.
The Sharpedo and the Venusaur in that endgame, I think, just looked too deadly.
Yeah, because like he did his job of getting rid of a lot of like the
Everything is low.
scary things.
Yeah.
And like popping the Shuka Berry.
Does Suicune have Ice Beam? I would imagine so.
It was Specs, yeah. Air Slash.
Oh,
Suicune gets
Specs.
Air Slash?
I think it was an event move, kind of like how Suicune. Oh my God, Raikou got Aura Sphere. I think.
Well then, why can
Suicune
you
got,
run it
like
with
Air
Terra
Slash and
Blast?
Tailwind? What do you mean?
I thought that Nat Dex would say like these are incompatible because this is an event move from like one generation and Terra Blast is.
Well, you
from
just
Gen 9.
transfer that event mon up.
Oh, is it
right?
is it past that point? I guess it's the event mons from Gen 1 and 2 that you can't transfer. Yeah, so if it was from after that.
It was after, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, brutal endgame, but it is true. Yeah, it's just you can't be making those mistakes in finals. Like,
yeah.
Team builder.
Yeah, and so I mean, it comes down to like Atlas didn't make mistakes like that in Builder, and also it seems like he put a lot of time in prep as well. I'm not sure. I mean, I imagine that DJ also did, but not enough time to catch those mistakes, I guess.
Well, I know DJ was like looking for people to scrim with, and like I couldn't because I was away that weekend. But like I don't think anybody else in our other group was like able to. So he's like, yeah, I kind of wish I scrimmed that because then I would have caught those errors.
Yeah.
But
oopsies. Well, all good. It happens. Yeah, let's take a look at this bracket. We definitely didn't spoil. We did not spoil this.
We didn't spoil this. You didn't know what happened. And apparently Air Slash is the TM.
The big wins. Oh.
Yeah, a 1-0 win into 5-0, 5-0. Like barely scraping by. And then 2
Start having like allergy attacks, man. It's that time of year.
Yeah.
All the goldenrod city out there. There's all those teenagers on their fandangled bikes that just tickle the inside of my nostrils, you know?
The bikes do?
Yep. The ones that they get from Goldenrod City. I think it's their exhaust, you know?
Yeah, true. For the regular bikes.
Yeah. You know, as they're burning rubber, but the Goldenrod bikes are like burning pollen and allergens.
True.
Yeah, you're right. Going from a shaky 1-0 victory over Panziska, the 8th seed over 1st seed, by the way, in round 1 with the biggest upset. And, I mean, when you make the biggest upset, it looks like you're supposed to win.
Yeah, it's the 8th seed that won it all.
Yeah, and then that's exactly what happened. And he got through 1st seed, 4th seed, and 2nd seed.
Like the highest possible seed you could have faced in every round.
Yeah, literally. Like the expected person won every game. I think it looks like this playoff, except for in Atlas's games, who was the underdog all the time and won them.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, I mean, yeah, if there's anything you could say, it's that Atlas definitely deserved it. He proved his way up the ladder, and will very likely be on his way back to the Hustle Division next season, should he desire that.
And he won the bracket competition by voting for himself.
Wow, that's very helpful to have somebody name their bracket Glittering Atlas made this.
Yeah, everybody should name their brackets Glittering Atlas made this. Then it would be very easy. He actually still got one.
Yeah, he almost perfected.
He had Lukey winning Mugget. I think that
even though he made
very likely just like doing the 8/1 upset. Should probably do one more upset, right? Like instead of just having everything else be perfect. Okay, let's just do this one and say that the 6 seed beats the 3 seed in round 1.
Yeah. True.
He had his path correct though.
Yeah, and I mean, when a lot of the first or a lot of the top seeds do get the wins, it does kind of make the bracket predictions a little easy. I mean,
Yeah.
easy in air quotes. But what's funny is even though he got one of the semifinalists wrong, he still predicted the correct victor and still got the point for guessing DJ to make finals.
Yeah, he only missed 1 point, and it was the fourth round of round 1, or the fourth match of round 1. All right, here's mine. I got second.
Impressive.
I knew I was close because I had this right. I mean, I had DJ winning.
You can't vote against Metro, right?
No, I had that. Well, I did in the end. I had DJ winning the final.
Some friend you are. Some mentor.
I mean, I've been friends with Harry much longer, so.
Yeah, some friend.
Yeah. And I also think that Harry's better than her. She's at the game. But so I was pretty close. It was really this. It was getting this wrong. It was like the round 1 wrong, right? Where it's like the person who won it all.
Yeah,
I had them.
You just didn't predict 8th seed to beat first seed and to win everything.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 points worth of losing it. So yeah, fuck you, Atlas. You should have lost round 1, then I would have won.
Yeah. Stinky.
Now we're back down to 3 out of 7s. C2 Cs2 again. So these are definitely C2 submitted. Completely wrong on the top. Had DJ. We got a lot of people having DJ winning it all. Actually, I didn't really look at the list. 1, 2.
He did have a strong performance. I think he was like 7-1 or something after.
Yeah, and like his one loss was a very. I think it was his first match, and it was his first game back in the league. And he forgot to click Terra because we have Terra banned in our league. So.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could say his only losses were where he made mistakes.
They were, yeah.
And
it literally was.
That's the difference. Winners need to not make mistakes.
Yeah. Wait, we already looked at mine. Did I just? No, that's why. Okay.
Where's mine? I don't even remember what I said.
Yours is just last place, so we'll get to that one.
Dude, come on. It's just like I said, man. It's because I know the outcome, so it feels like cheating if I get it right, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this person said IDK, man. I'm just picking things, and they got 2 better points than you.
Dude, throw me under the bus, huh?
Still got the top wrong. Got the bottom completely correct though. 2 out of 7. Could be worse. You could be 1 out of 7. Oh, there is somebody who's 1 out of 7. Never mind. We'll get to that. We'll get to that one last. DJ Red, dude, it's the DJ Red Lantern sweep. Except this person had them. Oh, it's Goater. Goater had him losing finals.
Oh, because I think he mentored Penziska.
Yeah, that makes sense. Proud mentor moment. Turns out the proud mentor was the mentor of the 1 seed who lost round 1.
Sad.
Sad mentor moment. All right. Ooh. It might get the only win. Oh man, dude.
Wait, is that the game that was played early?
I think it was. Yeah, this was literally the free slot. That's pretty bad.
Dude, it's like going into a multiple choice quiz and only getting the one freebie bonus question that, like, if you went to the class above. Oops.
Yeah, that's I mean, at least you were at stream, so you got this one.
Yeah, it's participation great. See, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's actually.
You showed up.
Are you really expecting me, the reigning all-star champion, to not know, and the overseer of the league to not know my players well enough to get 0 right? Like, surely there's some either foul play or some handicapping going.
I mean, you got like half of Truant, right?
See, I didn't want to make C2 feel bad.
C2 lost round 1.
I know, so I boosted his ego.
Well, not the best showing from our commissioner in the prediction bracket, but
man. Nah, it's okay.
We'll move past that one. Oh, don't look at the
I'll make up for
results.
It, probably.
That's a spoiler.
Oh no. We do have a hustle game.
The wrong one. Okay. All right. Who wins? Nobody knows. We haven't seen it yet. This didn't happen.
I don't even remember, if I'm being honest. Oh, wait. I remember.
I know. I actually know who.
Yeah, Afonso. I remember. I actually scrimmed Afonso for this. He asked me for help, and I usually try to stay out of like helping for NBA playoffs, but he was just begging me and begging me. No, I'm kidding. He's like, "Hey, can you help me?" And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, maybe you should scrim the
The
brackets.
matchup was pretty
time.
tough for Afonso, actually. I remember pretty convincingly beating him almost every time with Vios' team.
That
this is
doesn't
Afonso
bode well
versus
for
Vios.
Afonso in the finals of this
Yeah,
season.
well, so I didn't think the matchup looked good for him, but he ended up getting to the point after a couple scrims where he was handedly beating the sets that I was bringing.
And then Vios brings completely different sets.
Well, one thing that we were worried about was specifically Terra Ghost Driftblim.
Oh, who are the captains? It's Driftblim and is there another one here?
And Crook.
Oh, Crook flying, yeah.
In scrims, I actually brought both Terra Ghost.
Scizor.
Yeah, this is why he was Dark Scizor, was to pursuit trap any Terra Ghost mons and Latios.
Oh.
And it was like Assault Vest or something to take like a Mystical Fire if it had to from Latios.
Technician Pursuit Terra Dark.
Mm-hmm.
That's just strong, even if they don't swap.
Yeah, exactly. But I actually in scrims ran Terra Ghost like defensive leftovers Intimidate Crocodile with an offensive Shadow Ball like setup Driftblim, whereas this is Terra Flying. I don't know because Afonso just doesn't have a Ghost Resist, by the way. So
I mean, Ambipom would have really sealed that.
When you put it that way, I think everybody should just. What would you think if everybody just got a free Ambipom? Have we been over this before? I think I've thought of this idea before. What do you think the tech would be? Like, what would be your optimal set if everybody had to bring Ambipom every week?
I don't want everyone to have Ambipom because then everybody will figure out the counterplay of just bringing Covert Cloak and one-shotting it when it tries to fake you out.
True, just bring 6 Covert Cloaks to beat the monkey.
That's the thing that I'm always surprised that people don't bring Covert Cloak against me for Ambipom. It's like the number of games that would have just been won on the spot if you just brought a Covert Cloak and killed Ambipom on the turn that I faked you out. Like, GG.
Dude, it's like people and not taunting Matt's Slowking Galar.
Yeah.
Just taunt it, man. It's clicking Chilly Reception or Thunderwave or Screens.
Alright, what are we thinking for leads here? Like, this is a regular Scizor because it's Terra.
Yeah,
is it Mega
Chomp or Mega Gallade?
Oh, Mega Gallade. That makes, yeah, obviously. Okay. I would think that Rotom could lead if it wants to.
Rotom's pretty safe into
it's not that good
most
into
things.
Ogerpon.
Yeah. It could probably be Rindo Berry here. Kind of bad into Latios, though. Yeah, it's not a safe Volt Switch. So you probably have to Willow turn 1 if it's not an Ogerpon lead.
Yeah.
Because Ogerpon is unlikely to switch in, right? It's probably like a Zera switch or just staying in and terraing with Dripblim or something.
Well, Ogerpon's not a Zera switch if they're on the same team.
No, a Volt switch. Sorry.
Oh, like switching into
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
is a rough matchup. Even just like looking at the lead situation, it feels like there's not really a good lead into this team.
Yeah, Vios just has a good team.
If you're just wrong. Honestly. It's a really bad matchup. Like, there's nobody who's like safe into everything.
Yeah, very, very lead dependent. Afonso needs to keep up momentum through a lot of the game.
Well,
I don't remember the minutia of it, but yeah, let's take a look here.
I got the Enamorous lead into the Crook. Okay. And it's Intimidate, so it's just gonna put rocks out. Yeah.
And it's not contrary.
A little too late for the sub though.
Okay.
Sash. Moonblast.
And it's actually faster than the Enamorous. That's fun. This Moonblast does a bunch. Flip turn. It doesn't break the sub. That I believe was actually teched for. Just hit this with whatever you got. Psychic. Cool, Psychic.
Ooh, misses the power.
Or what misses the Chomp. Maybe rocks get up here? Yep.
Yeah,
good.
Rocks up, yeah. Crook just dead to rocks, so that's your Terra Captain, right?
Yeah, there's unless it's like Defog, Latios, Defog, Driftblim. I feel like those
Defog,
are
Latios also gets rid of your own rocks, which is unfortunate because your rocker just died.
Yeah, but you're the one with the fire pawn. I think you kind of have to clear them.
Yeah. Is this covert cloak Scissor? I thought you said it was AV.
Oh, I guess it is cloak. I forgot.
Because yeah, you just mystical fired it. Nothing happened.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it did its job. It trapped the Latios, which is a big pain in the ass for this team.
Yeah, U-turns out.
U-turns on the Zera.
On the bulk up now, could be.
Yeah, if it's leftovers Garchomp, I would imagine this takes this easily. It looks like it can take 2, actually.
Shuka with the +1 defense
lives-
that's enough to survive.
Yeah.
Is that GG?
This is a roll here. Oh, unfort. And it just doesn't kill
1%,
Zera.
Yeah. But you see, it's at 13%. It's not gonna die to it. But now
Yeah,
Zera's
well, Zera's dead to rocks
if you
now.
can't clear it, unless it's like defog for Bloom, which I don't think it is.
There's the Key Berry.
Strength sap. Is it
Sap
No, it's
Emrys.
not country.
Slurp. CM. This is looking risky. Gets the special attack drop. And the Hypnosis
lands.
That could be game changing. CM. Now you Terra Ghost here, and you have to go for the kill. I don't think it kills. Yeah, nowhere near. If it wasn't, I think maybe if it's T-Wave, you're okay here.
Yeah.
You probably have to go Scizor here.
It just kills. No, it doesn't. Wow.
Oh, hold on. Agility. This might die
It's slower though.
Is it? I think it's faster now. Yep.
Oh, agility. Okay.
Yeah, agility versus the unburdened.
Yeah, because they're both double. Okay.
The Aqua Jet on the Aloe gets a kill.
Wow.
Gets the snipe on the
this
Iron
guy still
Moth.
hasn't megaed yet. Another sub.
Sub to live the flip turn. Yep. Good tech. That's how you beat Aloe, man.
Yeah. Now it comes back in.
SD? Bulk up. It'll be bulk up Drain Punch, maybe? A little bit worried about an Encore here.
Spiky shield.
Spiky Shield.
On the Drain Punch. Does that like put it in range to die? Well, would it like a crit or something?
Oh,
no, power
the
just kills.
speed tie. Although I'm not sure if that's a speed tie. There might be bulk on that Gallade.
Yeah, Gallade.
On Tantrum to avoid the Rindo Berry. And then this Bullet Punch doesn't do enough.
Not gonna kill, yeah.
Wow.
Was that Spiky Shield necessary for Power Whip to kill? I would have to think so. At +1 defense, right?
Possible. Very
Let me see
possible.
what the,
Check the Gallade, see if it's full speed.
It was full defense. Impish.
On Garchomp. Check the Gallade.
I saw the G and I just...
Yeah, GG. It was full speed, actually.
Yeah,
So that was just a speed tie. It just came down to a flip, honestly. I think Gallade just wins that endgame if it gets an attack off on pawn.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, when the players are competitive and like good enough, often it does just come down to RNG, and whoever the game wants to win will take it.
Yeah, it was a really close endgame.
Yeah,
the
GG.
BM, no GG from Afonso.
Yeah, whatever.
Breaker gaming.
He, I remember he did say in the post-game channel after he had some time to cool off, he was like, "Yeah, sorry, man. I was just really heated. Finals, you know, it was a really big deal, and yeah, sorry, GG, basically."
What are we trying to hide?
I think that's something that, I don't know, some people like to have them hidden so that they don't get scouted.
Oh, is it just hidden from if you go to their profile?
Yeah,
but you can still
if you
go to
have the link, you can still see it.
Yeah, and that's why it's like the longer link, it's like the private link.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, well, GG. We did scrim that out quite a bit, Afonso and I, and we got to a point where we thought a lot of the tech was pretty good, and Vios just brought tech that that was better, and the Jet on the Aloe was a difference. The coin flip was a different. Yeah, I mean, when the tech is good enough that you bring a bad matchup, and in our opinions, a bad matchup to a 50-50 coin flip, like you set yourself up for a 50-50 shot in a like 40-60 matchup. Like that's all you can do as a...
Yeah. Now, that being said, like if he had won that coin flip too, it's just the same thing but reverse. It's like, damn, we like
for sure
lost on a coin flip. Where it's not the same as like, oh, I lost because overheat missed.
Right.
Where it's like, you know,
But being in the position where arguably you have the good matchup and your
yeah,
good
and you get
matchup
down to a
boils
coin
down to a
flip and still get
50-50,
bailed out.
that's
Yeah.
bad for the person with the winning matchup.
Yeah.
So I think Afonso played very well, and this is coming off a season where Afonso was just demoted from All-Star back down to Hustle, I believe at least.
Yeah, it was.
And he showed up and he proved that like even though he like had a bad season in All-Star, like he's a strong player. I don't know.
Yeah.
And as well as Viaz, like we didn't honestly have too much info on Viaz before the season, but he came over from PwC, and so these are the two divisions where there was a PwC winner, which is pretty crazy. Which maybe means that I underestimated them when tiering them, you know, because both finalists in Truant were PwC, and Viaz obviously
won-
stole the show here on Hustle.
I say Viaz won 3-0 in all of them, but it's 2-0 in the last one.
But yeah, I mean, maybe we underestimated them. But again, we do like to not instantly like inject new players right into All-Star over people who have been playing for multiple seasons to like earn their spot into like the top 16. Like that's a good way of looking at it, right? Is these are like the best 16 players that we have currently in the meta, and we have them do like round robin games. Like throwing somebody in is tough. We did do that this season with Tranel, right? It was his debut, but it was somebody that that like I've played against and with multiple times over at least the last year and a bit, right? To know that he's like a good enough player to do well there. And there happened to be like one extra spot where like Afonso was demoted and Royce wasn't quite like ready for promo, and we didn't know anything about Viaz, right? Those are probably like the three, I'd say, best like players right now in Hustle who are looking at promos. So rather than giving it to one of them, it was somebody that I knew would be good to fill the shoes of the 16th slot. That's why we threw Tranel in. But I mean, Viaz made a case for himself to be promoted, and as the Hustle winner, he has every right to be promoted over anything else, right? So
yeah. But that being said, somebody has to win.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like it's not necessarily that they were placed wrong because they won.
Yep.
Like you'll still promote them if you win. Like that's still like something to aim for. But just like just the fact that they won the division doesn't mean like we underestimated him. He's too good for us. Like, I mean, he won.
Yeah.
There's a very close game. Like either player could have won this on a coin flip, right? Like it's still.
Yeah. No, he was. Also
I'm not trying to like say that Viaz isn't good or anything. I'm just saying it's like it's not like somebody just came in and completely like demolished it. That's where you say like, oh, this person was placed too low. I think if you go into Hustle, you win it all, but you're winning close games. Are you good enough for All-Star? Sure. We're also not too good for Hustle.
Right. I agree. There is room to be like better than everybody else. Like somebody has to be better than everybody else in the division, right? There has to be a best player in the division. It happened to be Viaz, who had an amazing regular season, had a really good team, a very versatile Terra captain, and won the season on, you could say on a coin flip, but he set himself up to have a coin flip to win the season. And
yeah, that's as the 1 seed.
There were 14 other players who couldn't do that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, doing it as the 1 seed also adds a little bit more credibility to it as well.
Yeah. And we've seen, for example, like Roy Ace. Remember when he won Truant, went to Swarm and got demoted again? Like, was Roy Ace too good for Truant? No, I don't think so, necessarily.
Yeah.
There's obviously going to be a little bit of overlap where maybe the top of Truant is sometimes better than the bottom of Swarm, and and that can even be scaled up for sometimes the top of Hustle is slightly better than the bottom of All-Star. Right? Okay, our predictions.
Do you want to talk about this?
Hey, well, I was pretty close, okay? Listen. If there's anything that you could take away from my prediction, it's that Afonso didn't follow through.
True.
You know?
Alright, this was only the top options. This person looks like they... Huh?
They just voted for the top
was
seed.
Was this one already played?
Time.
Or no, the Afonso one was already played. That was the free game.
Yeah, and Afonso was the top seed.
No, he wasn't. Oh, he was out of these ones. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Players.
Yeah. So they just voted for the favored player by the standings every time,
except for Lizzie,
and they almost
the
won.
5 seed versus the 4 seed. That's what
No,
I'm saying.
he voted for Royce.
Oh, they did.
And he got it wrong.
I keep thinking that this is the result that was predicted, but yeah, okay, yeah. You're right. They did do that.
But he did vote for Kurumi over Afonso. Oh, I thought
is the
Kurumi's
2 seed,
6. Yeah, you're right. I thought that was a 6 for some reason. We're just
we both made mistakes. Let's move past it, all right?
Yeah. We're even.
This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
Dude, come on.
You had it so close, and then you just had to put this.
True.
And you just threw it away. You get first place.
That's what that's what I'm saying.
You literally get
I'm
undisputed
telling you,
first place if you didn't do that.
I'm telling you, I see the future and I have to like cut my own feet off. You know,
so this was like tongue in cheek.
I can't win
you
it
knew
all.
it was going to happen, so you did this as a joke.
Yeah. I actually was about to click submit, and I'm like, I can't do this to everybody. I've got to make the winner wrong.
Yeah.
And
you
instead
also
of deleting a name,
bad.
I just added. Yeah, true.
Bastard. You made Lee cry.
I'm curious how many people voted for Lizzie over Royce though.
I think I might have.
I think like just my headcanon of like where people's skill level falls. I think most people would probably say Royce, but Lizzie just showed up.
I think so too. Yeah.
Lizzie just showed up, and there's like kudos to Lizzie, and obviously Lizzie pettered out in semis against Vyaz, but yeah, I mean that was another good showing from him.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Like he lost to the champ. Darn.
I think part of it too is that Lee's always been kind of like a step behind Royce in terms of like when they were both in Swarm, Royce was winning getting in the top couple of seeds every season, and then he got promoted, and then Lee started placing high in Swarm, and then he won the season, and then he got promoted, and so now they're both in the same division, but there's still this like kind of like trail of Royce is achieving these things, and then Lee's moving up and catching up to him, where it's like now they are caught up, right? They are at like the same point, but I think that people's like bias is still to think like Royce is the better of the two because Royce.
Yeah, this really is just the NBA version of like Ash versus Gary. You know, where Royce is just one step ahead of our Ash equivalent of Leezy Peasy. One step ahead, has
Ash
one more
does
badge
have a
than
Gengar
you.
in like the last.
True.
I don't know if you call it a season or what.
But like that's basically what Royce was doing, right? Against Leezy, where you're right, like did well and got promoted from Swarm first before Leezy won Swarm. Like has the track record versus Leezy, and then they meet in like a fairly high round in the playoffs, and out of nowhere Leezy wins.
And then immediately loses the next round.
Yeah, that's how it works, man.
I guess the difference is that Ash didn't win anything before. I guess he won like the Orange League. We'll say that Lee winning Swarm was the Orange League.
Oh, and he won the Battle Factory. If you want to call that winning. Like there's no tournament, but like he got
that's the Frontier, right?
Yeah. Wait, what did I say?
You said Factory, but that's part of the Frontier.
Oh, the Frontier. Yeah.
It'd be like the Frontier brands, including like beating the Reggies, right? Like, wasn't that part of it?
Yeah.
I didn't really like watch the Gen 3 show.
Brandon was like the head of Yeah, he was the head of the Frontier basically, and he beat him to get his final symbol, and then they were like, "Hey, do you want to be a Frontier brain? That would be pretty pog." And he said, "I've got bigger fish to fry," and he continued to starve.
Continued to lose every match.
Something about teaching.
Hey, he won it all eventually. That's our Leezy. Yeah. He's gonna make it to All-Star and win it all in like 10 years.
Yep. Teach a man to fish and he'll win all the symbols. Teach a man to cook a fish and he'll lose in the next generation.
Food poisoning. This is mine. I was pretty close. It's really that I had Royce winning it all, and that killed me because Royce did not, in fact, win a single match.
Yeah. So let's look at that then. Who actually has Royce, or who has Leezy over Royce in any round?
Royce. Right. Nobody.
Everybody
got that wrong.
So it took all of us by surprise. Which, like, I guess is a little disheartening for Leezy going into the game, but winning the game, I'm sure that's gotta feel like massive vindication.
Yeah,
that's vindication, right? It's like I proved all you haters wrong. Yeah, good for you. Who else did we have? Vios versus Martin.
This is
I mean, Martin stood up. Yeah,
Oh,
Martin really stood up, and obviously I know that he lost round 1 to the champ, but I think it was a really good season in Hustle for Martin, who's kind of, I believe, been teetering between Hustle and Swarm. Maybe he's been All-Star since the All-Star
Hey,
edition,
it's
like
Lee's
the
in the
expansion. I don't
chat.
remember.
He said I never lose to Royce. Well, why didn't you vote for yourself?
I thought Royce usually had the edge versus, but
How many times have they actually played though?
maybe we just say that because Royce usually has a better record than you. I don't know. Maybe my headcanon is also just completely
I can't
off.
imagine a matchup that has happened before between them, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. Well, hi, Lizzie. Also,
I don't think Lee's ever beat me though.
I'm never wrong. Yeah, maybe. Have you guys ever played? I feel like that's the
played
joke.
twice.
Oh, sheesh. Well, hey, you could be sitting here in Hustle semifinals then.
No, I wouldn't be. I would have drafted another monkey team. I would not be anywhere near these playoffs.
What else we have here? Kurumi and Strange Name. Strange Name was kind of a question mark, right? We didn't know too much.
What are we looking at? Oh, just the matchups.
Yeah, just the matchup. Kurumi drafted the all Unova team. Lost to Toady.
Oh yeah, and that ended up. That was correct. So it went to semis. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, I was behind that team. I remember saying like, "Hey, this is a good idea for a meme team," but also it doesn't look like a horrible team. It looks like a team that you can win draft matches with. Like you can build a team out of it, even if it's not. Yeah, it did win draft matches.
I think he ended 6-2, or maybe like it was a very good record, especially for like a gimmick team, right? Like, yeah. You kind of don't take it seriously until you get to the game where they're taking it seriously, and you're like, oh.
Well, and they also had like I think the maximum number of mons, so it's like you still have a lot to prep for.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then we have Afonso and Lethal in the final round. Afonso winning it out. We knew that. Done. Yeah, we knew that result before, but so most people, I would assume, got that right.
Yeah.
So don't take that too to heart, Lethal, if you see nobody voted for you.
Which, bad news for Goater. He got one right.
Oh, no.
Because his other correct one was that one. He had...
I mean, it's better than my Swarm prediction.
It is better than that. That was an all-time failure, I would say. Yeah, I think that was all of them. So.
Yeah, well, there we go.
So far, I think that's my worst. I think 4 out of 7... Well, no, I got 4 out of 7 on this one, too, but it was second place.
True. Nobody got this Swarm right. Place. Yeah, well, you're going to do worse than All-Star.
Well, Glowing Atlas had it pretty close to being right. I think that's the best score we've seen.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, 5 out of 7 was the best of those.
So we do just have one more division.
That might be the first... Is that the first correct champion? I think it is. Nobody voted for the correct champion in any other division. Oh, wait, no, Vios.
Oh, yeah, okay. Only the top options got it
Only the top options worked. So this is the top seed winning it. Was there another one where the top seed won? No, because it was Chemfruit and whoever Atlas beat. Francisco, I guess.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I did technically cheat on the on this one. And I told you this when I submitted it, that I already knew the outcome of Harry's match because he was talking about it. And I was like, oh shit, I still haven't submitted my brackets. But as I said, I was voting for him either way. The outcome of that match did not change the fact that I was voting for him to win.
Either way. So if you found out that he lost, you were still voting for him.
I still would have submitted it as that, yeah.
I'm gonna call Cap.
I 100% would have voted for him to still win it. Because that was what reminded me.
I called over, his cap radar is going off. You're going 80 cap in a 50 cap zone.
I mean, I feel like I've been pretty consistent with friends of mine, just voting them to the end. Either way.
You've got your prediction license suspended now, Zari.
Yeah. Even if I didn't have him winning at all, like I think I would have had him winning round 1 either way.
Yeah, maybe.
It's okay though. I didn't win that bracket challenge. I got second place. So I lost to the champ though, so it's fine.
Second place is just cope for people who lose.
What is this cope for then?
Well, look, it's in the title, man. Mudkip did disprove me.
Mudkip disappoints Nahyma.
Yeah. Okay, let's
This
we'll
is
start here.
hustle. Okay, don't look at the spoiler. All right.
No spoilerino. One more replay for y'all. We've got Black Thug Shaker as
Oh,
Baby
there's a
Dragon
monkey.
and Zap.
Wait,
What?
this is the only monkey in finals. What the hell, man?
Yeah, monkeys are bad, man. I've been saying it for years. Does Diggersby count as a monkey? Like, look at its
I
hands.
think Rillaboom's gonna win. No, it's a rabbit.
Yeah, but like it's got monkey hands, like gorilla hands,
Those are ears.
and hands.
Yeah, but it's got like hands.
It's got gorilla hand ears.
Here's
You can't
the
even
thing.
tell me those don't look like Donkey Kong hands.
I wish we had a normal ground monkey that looked like that, but unfortunately we don't. We don't have any ground type monkeys.
We should have a Donkey
Which
Kong.
is why I
Pokemon.
drafted Landorus Incarnate as a monkey.
True. And Klefki.
That one's funny though. That one's a pun.
That one's worse. Okay, maybe actually it's kind
No,
of funny.
it works because it's a mon that's
It's
a
a
key.
Mon key. I know,
Yeah.
man. We've been over the.
The Lando
Okay.
one's definitely a stretch. That one's just like
Yeah.
this isn't a monkey, but it looks.
But
kind
if
of
we
like
want to
one.
talk about stretches, we can talk about my season 1 basketball team. With Alolan
I forgot that
Ninetales.
you did that. Yeah. What was the Ninetales joke? What was? How did that?
It
fit
sets
in?
a screen.
Okay, that's pretty good though. I think when you're doing it based around a sport where like you can, it's not only like picking mons that like physically fit the theme, but like their role fits the theme. Like I think that's more reasonable. Like same with like
Yeah.
the snipe, right? Like it or I think that that's fine to do that. It's much more limiting when you make it like all these mons have to be a species. It's like, well, some of
Yeah,
these
yeah,
species
true.
don't exist as that type. So
Yeah. Good luck finding 9 of these.
yeah. There are definitely 9 monkeys though. They're just all either normal, fire, grass, or there's one water, one ice. A lot of fighting. That's about it.
I was gonna say, why aren't there
Couple-
like psychic monkeys? But there are.
There
psychic
there
monkeys.
are. Yeah,
They're
there's
just also
Oranguru
normal.
and Monkey Dory.
Oh,
Monkey
true,
Dory's
Dory.
Monkey Dory is the first unique type one that we've gotten in a while. It's added
So
to
is that the
Poison
like
Monkey.
MVP for Monkey Team? Is it like
No, I don't even know if
like
I know I did
Rillaboom?
it.
Rillaboom,
It's
Monkey
really
Dory?
it's Annihilate, Rillaboom,
Mm.
Infernape are like kind of the core that you have to build around. I mean, Infernape overlaps with Annihilate, but like it's the best special attacking option on the team besides Monkey Dory.
True.
Monkey Dory
mentioned
just
to you,
gets
right, that
so
I-
walled by Steel
that I'm
you kinda
bidding on-
need the Infernape.
I mentioned to you that I'm bidding on Apom
yeah.
in the NHL.
Amapom is the utility knife on the Monkey team.
Yeah.
The drawback of Amapom is that you have so many physical attackers that the entire team is Rocky Helmet bait, so you just kind of always have to run protective pads. But
Just run
getting
knockoff.
triple axle is absolutely insane, and it's really good against the flying types that will like especially the flying dragon types just completely body Infernape and Rillaboom.
And like Rilla and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just having triple axle on Amapom's like actually super clutch for that. But you also just have
Maybe
the
I
option
should
of getting
draft a Monkey
Garm, so. I don't
True,
think I
I
had
forgot
Garm,
about that.
though. I think he got sniped.
F.
And I didn't have Rillaboom either, but that was because I drafted him the season before, and I wasn't really planning on drafting him because I wanted to try Zarude. He would have been my only dark type option.
Oh yeah. I guess Zarude is maybe just a better monkey. Maybe not.
He didn't
better,
know because you
like,
don't have the
strictly, but-
priority.
Hmm.
He
It
was a
gives you
Terra
win
captain, though.
condition though.
Yeah,
I mean, they are both win cons, but yeah.
I think
Anyways,
personally,
we
I
have a
prefer
game in
the
front of
Rillaboom.
us. we have Zard versus Zap, the Zaza matchup.
Zaza.
We've
And
got
we
Aaron Yeager
have-
versus what's her name again? What's that?
I don't know what
The
it's a
black white
reference to.
champion's name?
Oh, Iris.
Iris versus Aaron Yeager.
I thought you were gonna make a reference to like it's Aaron Yeager versus like whoever Aaron Yeager's rival is because I don't know what he's from.
Oh, you don't what? You don't know Aaron Yeager?
Nope.
The Attack on Titan guy?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Well, I know Attack on Titan. I've never watched it.
Okay, that's the guy.
I didn't know that he was the guy though.
Yeah.
Here's the
He's
thing
him.
though. I knew that the avatar that he used was from that because he's posted a picture of it before, or maybe it's like his profile picture or something, and that's like very distinctly from that show.
Yeah.
Like the actual picture of the character. Didn't know that was his name though.
Yeah, fair. Well, that's his name.
And his famous rival Iris from Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's
The
where
dragon
I
tamer.
was I was like, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so this is Zard's team is the one where he first picked actually Terra Ceruledge. And people are thinking, oh, you're kind of crazy, and then he made it all the way to finals and has really proven that Ceruledge is actually a very strong Terra captain, especially when the actually high tier captains are mostly banned now. Like, I do think Ceruledge is among the better of the captains that are legal now after the recent Terra purge of season 6.
I mean, it has kind of everything you want besides bulk.
Yeah.
Like it's like the only thing it can't do is be like a bulky Terra type.
Yeah, even then, its defenses, it has like 100 SPDF with like 80 HP or something. Like, it actually has pretty decent
But it's
stats.
not. It's only recovery is Bitterblade though, so it's still not like.
Yeah, right.
What
But
I'm
it
saying
could
is that it's like
even-
the only kind of Terra captain it can't be is like, oh, I'm just gonna go Terra Water, just stall this entire game. Like it's not one of those Terra captains.
It's not like a hard like Terra Chansey kind of sit in front of something and blob it. Yeah.
But like
Yeah, but
both of its
they're
abilities
very
are
consistent.
valid for like very different Terra strategies.
Yeah.
Which
I mean,
is very
immunity
hard to
abilities
prep
on
for.
Terra are always strong into a lot of different matchups. It just blanks certain matchups, and weak armor is also just like wincondition.com. You know, it's the hey, oops, I win. Here's like a weakness policy, and I pop off, and you lose. You know,
Well, and even like
so especially having Terra Blast on that's pretty strong.
the Terra, like being a Terra captain means like you can do a weak armor set that doesn't rely on focus sash because you can just Terra into something that survives a hit, and then you just get the proc, and it's like, okay, well, you're also just like banded right now, so you're just gonna click Bitterblade on the entire team.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just very strong. And well, like we said about, about different players being the best in the division, I don't think there's anything wrong with having like an all-star level player in Hustle to prove that they should be an all-star. I also don't have a problem with like Ceruledge just being one of the better Terra captains. You know? Like, something has to be the best. And I don't think I'm really looking at
I was wondering
banning.
where you were going with that. I was like, I don't get what the connection is.
I'm
here.
saying,
Yeah,
like,
no, I see what you mean.
I'm saying I think we're looking at banning Ceruledge. I think I'm okay with it personally being one of the best captains.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think the
maybe there's
power
a
level that it's
couple-
at is okay.
Yeah, there might be a couple who kind of rival it. I was aiming for something around the level of Heatran to be like the top of the Terra spectrum.
These damn fire types.
Maybe
with
Ceruledge
flash
is
fire.
actually, maybe Ceruledge is actually sneakily better than Heatran that I kind of disregarded. So maybe its price will increase, but I don't mind the power level of Ceruledge being a Terra captain personally.
Here's the thing.
Even though it like is strong, first pickable, and made it all.
Offensive Pokemon like Ceruledge, where's your guy? Yeah, sure, it has some bulk. It's still an offensive mon. It doesn't snowball in the same way that like, oh, you click DD, it's over, like the game ended. Like you click DD on your Terra and like the game ends. It's not like that because you're not like a Moxie mon where it just like completely snowballs. You have a setup threat, but you still have to take the turn to do that and not get into range of priority. If you Terra off of right, yeah, but it's not that strong. If you Terra off of Ghost, you're making yourself vulnerable to a lot of other things like Fake Out, like Mock Punch, like whatever. You know, there's any number of priority moves that you make yourself vulnerable to. There are trade-offs to it. It's very strong, but a Terra captain is supposed to be strong. That's fine. I always use like Archaladon as a good litmus test, and why Iron Crown, in my eyes, kind of like failed that test, like the Archaladon test, where it's like, is this mon completely obnoxious and annoying to kill without Terra? Great, don't give it Terra.
Yeah.
Like, it's already annoying enough. Like, do we really need to be adding another level of uncertainty of how the fuck am I going to kill this mon in my prep? where it's like I can't just bring CC or Earth Power or whatever, like, because you also have to be ready that this thing is just going to randomly Terra Water, and sometimes it might not even be Terra'd, and you're at the point in the game where you have to 50-50 guess if it's going to Terra or not, and if you don't, you still lose. And in the meantime, it's getting stamina from every hit that it takes. Like, you know, that is the kind of captain that I think is like, sure, is it like overpowered? Maybe not. Is it really unhealthy and bad for the game? Absolutely. Ceruledge isn't like that in my mind. Where it's like, yeah, is it overpowered? Sure. Is it really good at what it does? Sure. It doesn't warp the game around it in the same way. Like, you can bring counterplay that is pretty generalized for it if you have a mon that's like good enough at it. Like, it'll die to neutral hits, put it that way. Whereas like your win con isn't just like figuring out what combination of buttons kills this thing. It's figuring out, how do I survive this? How do I counter? Which is a lot more constructive, and I think that's a lot more of what Terra is supposed to be.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree.
But anyway, who do we think is leading here? I think DNC.
I think Crobat is pretty okay here.
Actually, yeah, Crobat looks good. Like most
it is Mega Dance.
The only problem is Rotom.
Yeah, let me take a
like,
look again at the teams here. What didn't come for each side? We didn't see Dragonite for Zap. Infernape didn't come for Zap.
We could have had 2 monkeys in finals.
Terra Venomoth and Smeargle didn't come. And then for Zard, we don't see Melmetal. Sandy Shocks is there. We don't see Blastoise, Terragrafii, and Guzzlord.
They could have 3 monkeys in final. I can see Melmetal not wanting to come to this matchup. The Rotom,
into like Rotom or Chaladon.
Yeah,
our Chaladon bodies it.
Or Chaladon, taking the double.
It has to be like an Iron Defense body press set, not just gets Will-O-Wisp.
You don't want to run that.
Yeah, you're kind of crying.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, like Rotom seems fine.
Rotom looks like really good into like the Sandy Shocks lead and the Crobat lead. I think that the Rotom
there's not really good Volt
and
Switch
you do
leads
something to
Rilla.
counter the Rotom lead. So I think maybe a Rillaboom lead makes sense.
Rilla Rotom, that makes sense. Yep.
Because then if you, well, because he could still, if he's Scarf and he is running Wisp, like, you might be in trouble. But I wonder how much banded.
Might be a little.
You're
weird.
slower by default. You're slower by default than the Rotom.
Like, are you really clicking Willow and letting your Rotom get glided instead of just going Archaladon?
Yeah. It's just the question is how much. Yeah, right. You would just swap Archaladon.
I think you lead
the
Rilla, and you
honestly,
click either knock off or either knock or U-turn.
This Rillaboom, the only thing that this Rillaboom is really good for against this team is being at full power click and glide to like kill a Gallade, kill a Hoopa. I would almost take the Wisp on it. We're just wisping it and being like, hey, listen, like, the Rilla is no longer a threat. This Rilla isn't really doing anything anymore. All it's doing is maybe giving your Archaladon stamina. Right? Like, I burned Rillaboom isn't finishing off Gallade unless it's like at 20%. I think that's fine. Because the Melmetal didn't come. Right? The Melmetal that this Rotom is also probably designed for didn't come. Who else are you really here for?
I think Ceruledge.
Kinda, yeah, but it's a Terra Captain too. Like, I mean, you're not, you can't burn it if it's Flash Fire, even once it Terras.
I mean, something we've kind of overlooked is maybe like just leading Uxie with Rocks and T-Wave against this team is really strong too.
Uxie could be good, yeah. The only thing
the only removal is Rotom.
Yeah, removal is Rotom, yeah. I'm thinking that the Hoopa completely obliterates Uxie though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but honestly, that might be fine. Like, you probably outspeed the Hoopa, and you just get Rocks that are likely to stick around, and you just sack your Uxie for it. It could be a Colbur as well. I can see that happening, especially for Gallade. And for...
Well, what else do you think this Rotom's running besides like Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Wisp, Defog?
I think it actually would be T-Wave over Wisp, because Wisp can Flash Fire the Ceruledge.
Yeah, but into Melm and Rillaboom, I think you run Wisp.
That's true. Maybe Pain Split?
I have a hard time believing that
Pain
Split would outpace like Rillaboom. As soon as Rillaboom sees that you have Pain Split, then you just clicks Woodhammer.
Yeah, if it has it.
Yeah, well, let's see. What do we got? Oh, okay, there's the Rillaboom lead.
versus the Sinistcha. This is
It
Terra
is
Steel
Sinistcha.
Sinistcha.
This is another one that's actually
with
really
bulk
good under
up.
the Rillaboom. Calm Mind. Ooh, I feel like you just lose to Strength Sap. I'm surprised he's doing
Surely
this.
it's Culver Berry here. Although this is just getting defense through the roof. Okay,
Yeah, but
what's
how
going
do
on
you
here?
kill this Mon? It always outpaces you. Acrobatics.
Like this.
That's how you kill that Mon. Wait, was it? Did it have an item? Oh, it was
Yeah, the
Flying
Flying
Gem.
Gem.
Okay. And then you swap out. Okay. That confuses me.
I didn't want to get burned here.
Yeah, but like...
There's no glide here.
Oh, the terrain did go away. Okay. I thought we were +2 in terrain. It's like, dude, click glide. Like, come on.
Yeah. But it's reflect though, so it looks
So
like
it's definitely. I would think that's definitely not Wisp then. And it's
but Topaz UC is smart. It's not U-turn to proc stamina.
Rindo with reflect that does nothing.
Yum 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 yum. This should
in
kill.
the return
Yeah.
kills.
There's
Monkey on
strong,
monkey
man.
violence, right? With his
Yeah,
monkey
it is a
hands
monkey.
punching him.
Yep. Oh my god, this
dude,
thing
he's
is
just
quick
kind
attack?
of push. He has a pretty high attack stat, doesn't he?
No quick attack. Oh, the agility.
Agility.
Hold on.
Wait, does he get quick attack, Diggersby?
Yeah, it does. And sword
What is he?
stance.
He gets quick attack and Ambipom doesn't, by the way.
SMH. Oh, the foul play.
Foul
but his
play
attack
with
stat is so
reflect,
low.
yeah.
That through the reflect. Oh, that should have just been a return. I don't know why that wasn't a return. Maybe predicting this guy coming in, the high horsepower instead of EQ for the grassy terrain. But that Diggersby put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
SD Archaludon. Hold on. Is this Shukaberry?
Huh?
Yep. Zap is the berry master.
And stamina.
Just kills
Kill
the...
with
Oh my
Quake.
god.
But now you're just slower than everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it got its one, I guess. Rotom should live this. Maybe Citrus? No Citrus popping in. Misses the Hydro Pump. That probably matters. Because Hoopa can eat one.
Zard says he doesn't think it would kill.
No, it doesn't kill, but it lets Hoopa kill on the revenge.
Yeah, but it looks like
This
he
is
just
Shadow
sacked
Sneak.
anyway.
Wait a sec.
Bitter. SD. Now do you Shadow
But
Sneak?
it's still slower.
Terrible. Oh,
Terra
wait.
Blast.
Wait.
The trick room that he said ended up being his downfall. Unfortunate.
Oh, I was trying to wonder. I was like, why is this the attacking order? That's like, okay. That makes sense.
I think he
Wait.
said something about it somewhere.
Wait, when did he set the trick room? Is that
praying-
on Hoopa?
Yeah, Hoopa
Oh, he
said
said it, yeah.
So the thing is, if the Hydro Pump had hit Diancie, you might have a different line here.
Instead of trick rooming, just killing the Diancie.
Maybe. I wonder why this didn't Terra Blast though.
I'm wondering if the Terra Blast doesn't kill, but Bitter Blade guarantees you survive something unboosted.
Yeah, the healing is probably what you need. That makes a lot of sense, actually. The Terra Blast probably does like maybe 90 actually, I would say.
Yeah.
Let me just calc that instead of head calcing.
But that being
Can you
said,
show me the sets?
hold on, let me just see. So let's say he doesn't Bitter Blade, he goes 90%, he gets killed here. You still have one more turn of Trick Room that the answer just goes and kills. So I think you just guaranteed win.
But they're the
either way.
same speed. That's a speed type.
Well, we don't know what the investment on Dancy is. It could be slower.
I mean, surely it's
probably
fast.
not,
It's
though, yeah.
they're probably both full speed.
Then it's a 50-50 to be who loses the 50-50.
Yeah, so the trick room doesn't matter at that point. But yeah, it's you want to lose and be. That would have been funny. Yeah, well, that's a big win from Zard. After was this Zard's first season? No, this was Zard's. Zard just got promoted from Hustle, and then won the whole
Yes.
season. Unfortunately, can you take a look at the date that this was played?
August 11th. It was late.
August 11th, I believe,
It's
is
Monday.
a Monday, and the deadline was Sunday. So, unfortunately, guys, you both forfeit,
GG.
and Nahyma is still the reigning
GG
All-Star
forfeit.
champion.
GG forfeit.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say. Thanks for playing it out for fun, though, guys. I really. But I'm just gonna claim victory now and
There's a
remain the
clear
reigning champion.
amulet, Cerulege. I wonder what that's for.
64
Oh, the
attack
strength
adamant.
stat, maybe?
Oh, yeah, probably. Okay, 64 attack adamant versus Mega Gallade, Terra
That's not even
Fairy.
max, yeah. Almost certainly
And
not killing with the Terra
what was the
Blast.
bulk? Yeah, what was the bulk on Gallade?
Oh shoot, I just lost it. Back a turn. 252 HP.
Oh, and it
Adamant,
wasn't even
though.
full speed. Was
So
it full
actually,
speed?
It probably
Yeah,
beats
was it full
the
speed
Diancie then.
Diancie? I assume it was. It
It
was.
was, yeah. That's
Oh, yeah,
actually
wow.
probably something that you think about if you're running Trick Room. You know,
Yeah.
you say like, hey, instead of having the speed tie, at least like I guaranteed win in Trick Room.
So the Terra Blast actually does 74 to 88. So the Bitter Blade, I think, was just strictly correct.
Yeah.
To try and live whatever its first move is. No, you don't know that it's that bulky. If you assume that it's like 0 bulk to hit the speed tie with Diancie and it's like full speed, full attack,
Well-
then the Terra Blast is a 50% exactly chance to kill.
The nice thing about fighting Megas, aside from, you know, it's easy to look at and be like, oh, well, they can't beat Scarch, so we know how fast they can be. But the same thing goes for attack power. With Gallade,
You know, it's not banded.
banded Gallade, you know the maximum damage it can do with its highest power stab move.
Yep.
You know, like, unless it has coverage, right? But, like,
Yeah, and this comes back
and
to the
it's-
conversation we had earlier about information.
yeah.
Right? And is why I rate teams where their highest speed tier is like 110 mons that can't hold an item, like an Ogerpon or a Mega Gallade, Mega Diancie. Like, there's so many of those.
Yeah.
It's
It's a lot harder to
it's
bluff.
like the information is the opponent has so much more info on.
Yeah.
Set.
You know exactly what's in front of you when it's the Megamon. Where it's like it can still be scary, but it doesn't hold the same kind of leverage.
Yep. Agreed.
All right.
Okay.
So let's go.
That was a great game. GG. And so we had once again we had Zard, who was just promoted to Hustle. Honestly, I think Zard was in a similar position this season that he was that Vyaz was in this season, where
yeah,
he was a
just kinda
very
like
strong player, seeded into
known,
Hustle
but-
instead of into
yeah.
All Star. Did really well. I don't think he won. I don't remember who won. Maybe did Bunhara win last season? Like season 5
Yes,
or something
in
like that. I
Hustle.
don't remember exactly. But yeah, and then Zard came in swinging and completely stole the show in Hustle or in All Star. Whereas Zap, who took a long break and came back from the shadows, really to prove to everybody that he's not as washed as I say he is.
In a lot of close games too, 2, 1, and 2.
Yeah.
Well, he lost.
Yeah, he
but
lost,
It's still
but yeah.
close games.
Yeah, and once again with a team that people rate really lowly. Like, I think I've talked about this before, but the way that Zap understands the game is so different to like a traditional like box checking solid.
Yeah, he's a
play
Randbats
style.
Andy. No skill.
Yeah, he is a Randbats Andy, and he just plays like rather than thinking about ways to like take certain hits and like not lose the game, he thinks about like his offensive profile more
Yeah.
and like defensive
and how
stats as
overpowered
opposed to
Sunflora
typing.
is.
True.
Because it's 30 levels
Tropius.
higher than everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. He came out of the woodworks to show that first of all, he's still a top player and should be respected. Now, I'm not going to respect him.
I mean, he was the 8 seed.
I'm still
and
gonna
he
make fun of him.
lost. So I think
Yes.
that's a demotion.
Yep. I'm still going to make fun of him. But I mean, he performed very well here, and he's performed extremely well for us in PGP as well. I think right
Yeah.
now he's 6-0 on our team.
Nice. So
He's carried a lot of work and has prepped a lot, has scrimmed a lot, and yeah, no notes.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how to record the matches for. There were 2 that were like 4. I mean, this one was like literally the end of the game, so it's a little different. It's like, okay, game over, GG. I just did it as 2-1 because it ended with 1 left. This one was Jordan forfeiting, like with the Garg just kind of like taking over.
Right.
This
Yeah,
is
that's a
his
6-0.
like very stally game. It is a 6-0. I just put this in here just like, you know,
Yeah,
just in
whatever.
case. But,
Yeah,
because I wasn't sure if you recorded it as like a forfeit win where it's like 4-0
Mm.
or 3-0 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I literally just, it doesn't
It's
affect the bracket, so I just recorded exactly what the end screen
yeah,
showed.
that's fair. There are situations where a forfeit, like if you're getting stalled out, you can forfeit. Like,
Yeah.
try to play it out when you can, but like,
Yeah.
I don't. You don't have to stick out a miserable game. You're allowed
Well, and
to
also
forfeit.
in playoffs, we're not tracking the kill stats, so like giving them on that's in
Yeah,
front of you 6 kills means nothing.
it doesn't
Whereas
matter.
like
Yeah,
it might skew the statistics if like that mon wasn't gonna actually get 6 kills, even though it
yeah,
like won the game.
and that is how it works in the regular season. Is if you
Yeah.
forfeit in front of the guard just gets 6 kills.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 5, or however many mons you had left.
All right, next season
Take a look at the
I
predictions.
will.
Or yeah,
I
next
will.
season.
I will play next season. I will draft
Oh,
only APOM, and I want
hmm.
everybody to forfeit to me with APOM out,
Yeah. Well, you need 9
so
Pokemon.
that I'll draft a couple other random ones. But the point is, I'll lead APOM every game, get a forfeit win,
Mhm.
and then APOM ends the season
Mm.
with, I
You
guess,
go to their house.
what is it,
you
8
shoot
games?
them.
Is
Yeah,
it 8 games or 9 games? 8 games, so it'd be 48 and 0,
It would be.
and it'd be plus 48 differential.
It would do that. So
Would
surely
be,
that
like,
means you get
against the
like.
rules?
Well, I can't actually police you going to someone's house and killing them, or like them
Well, if I
handing
kill
you
them,
a
they
crisp
can't.
20.
Forfeit,
Now,
yeah. I was thinking like
oh,
RMT, just like give it.
Well,
do
you
some-
could timer them. You could just say, "Hey, at mods, this guy's taking 20 minutes to take a turn. Can I turn on time?" And we would allow you to do that, and they would eventually time out. And
True, if
6.
I kill them, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But it would have to be
yeah.
after the
Eight
game
people would get
starts.
6.
So I'd have to play on mobile. I don't think it's really worth that.
Yeah, true. You'd have to play on mobile as you're like going to their house.
Yeah,
or
I
like
do
get
play
them
on
to
mobile
meet
sucks,
you
I'm
at
not
a
doing that.
McDonald's with Wi-Fi. You know.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Hmm.
All right, let's see the.
Yeah, then just hand them a 20.
You
Yeah,
got
take a look at that.
but-
Overmat.
It was only 4 out of 7, and he tied with me, Bucko.
We both. Why did we both have no overmat?
We probably talked about it on stream.
Oh, maybe. Did we do this on stream? Surely not.
No, we didn't do the brackets, but I think we like went over them.
Oh, we said no
Matt,
overmat
then.
because Matt didn't make playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we talked about.
Oh,
how he
I
wasn't there.
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Matt can never say that he's always made playoffs. But I mean, that just goes to show the level of competition here, man. Now I know that Matt didn't have like
He just
the
had a
ideal
shit team. He had a really, really bad team.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, just the level of competition here. It's always going up. NBA stonks, man.
Yeah, this is such a hard round 1 to guess.
It really is.
It was 8 seed over 1 seed, but like this could have been 1 seed versus 2 seed round 1.
It really could have.
And I'm actually, just to take a sneak peek, I'm just curious to see. Actually, it looks like most people. What, did everybody vote Zap? I feel like that's like a 50-50.
Everyone voted. No,
Yeah,
everybody voted Rice
Zap.
Man.
Oh wait, I'm still
Everybody
looking
voted
at the
Rice
stupid
Man,
result.
except for
That's
you.
why. Oh, I got that right. Yeah, everybody else, but I guess because Rice Man like won a bunch of seasons and Zap took a break. That's probably why.
Yeah,
and
well,
he's
like-
the 8 seed.
And nobody likes Zap's team. Now, if you're looking at the matchup and you think it's a 50-50, like you just vote for the person who either has the better team or has the better standing. Realistically.
Yeah, it's fair. I think that's
Just to
usually
play
my
the odds.
tiebreaker. I don't remember why I
Mhm.
chose that, honestly.
Well, who cares?
I was right. Well, so what did you get wrong then? So you had Rice Man not
And I
making it to
had-
finals.
I had
You
Azzy
had
winning the
Azzy
whole thing
winning.
because Azzy's been stopped stone cold every season in like semis or in finals every season by Overmat. So I was thinking, oh, this is his time,
Yeah.
like,
oh,
his
that's
boogeyman
why
is
no
gone, you know?
over Matt. So
Yeah,
it's Azzy. Then he loses the. Oh, he lost his Zap. I
He lost
guess.
his Zap, yeah.
Yeah. Which still kind of a.
But what can I say? Zap is
Like,
back, man. Everybody
brutal,
loses to Zap.
yeah.
Except me. I wouldn't lose to Zap.
Except Sword.
I would kick his ass. Zap's not even going to watch this, so I don't care. I can shit talk him all I want.
Whoa. Dude,
Whoa.
Zap's like our biggest fan, dude. Like he watches every
True.
stream beginning to end. He watches the VOD
Yeah.
channel.
He has been around here a couple times, I believe.
Yeah, I think he is.
And he usually just calls me out whenever I'm wrong, and that's about it.
Yeah.
In other words, he doesn't talk
I
because I'm always
wonder.
right.
I'm skipping through this. 'Cause I'm just like curious to see like what the themes were. So I think everybody had Zard winning round 1 over Bunhara. Yeah, everybody had that.
That wasn't a freebie, was it?
I don't think so. I think the only freebies were
BRB
were
adding
Hustle.
that. No.
It's too late. You'd have to watch the VOD. You won't hear what you said.
Yeah, you're not allowed to rewind.
I think the only freebies were the Afonso game and the
other one.
The one in Truant.
Yeah. I forget which one it was. Was it the Falcon one?
It looks like
it was one of them.
No, because
comeback.
No, it was major comeback over C2. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Even though somebody didn't vote for. Okay. All right. Or maybe it was Swarm. You know what? I think it was Swarm. I think it was.
Mudkip
over
Lukey.
Lukey.
Yeah, it was definitely in the bottom slot.
Yeah. Anyway, default ass bracket. Completely wrong ass bracket.
Is it just the top seeds winning every time again? It is.
It is.
Well, they got half the bracket
didn't work
right.
out in this one. Yeah.
Funny enough, because they always pick the top seed, they didn't pick Zard to win.
Yeah, they had him going all the way. Wait, is this the exact?
Wow,
Goater did the exact same bracket. Something tells me that he didn't just pick seeds. Like I think he actually like chose these.
I would think so too. Like
to be the seeds.
like he's a very he's a pretty calculated guy. Sometimes, but in predictions,
I think these are all reasonable predictions.
Yeah, but he takes brackets like I think pretty not like seriously, but like he tries on them, right? He doesn't just he wouldn't vote for Toady, right?
I don't know if I've ever been competing, or at least I've never been in playoffs since we started doing.
Yeah, not with a competing team at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's your other league going, by the way? Are you guys?
We ended a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, right. It was at the same time, right?
I got third, like whatever losing in semis is. So I guess it's tied for third.
Tied for third or
and
fourth,
I lost to Harry.
You want to look at it? Yeah. Did he win it all?
No, my brother did.
Dang. So we really lost 2 finals in like the same week.
Yeah, it was literally like back to back, and that's why he was so busy too, because he got back from his trip, and then like had to play a game for hours, and then had to play a game for that, and then I think he was still like running all over the place, and then he like that's why he like had such a little time to prep. But
well, we didn't look too much into the other matchups here. Monkey Boy versus this one, in my opinion, could go either way. I mean, we looked at Red and Zap. That could go either way. I'm looking at it. Every matchup here, though, I feel like all of them can go either way. Now, I'd say maybe the most lopsided is Zard versus Bunhara.
Yeah.
But even then, I wouldn't be like surprised if Bunhara won. You know, I think Zard had a very strong team. I rated it very highly, and I think the fact that he's a good player with a very strong team definitely compounded.
Yeah.
To make him like the clear favorite, right? But I mean, Bun always shows up when it matters.
Well, except
or like is a competitor.
Yeah. The other thing too is that all of these other people have played each other a bunch. Like these guys have been playing each other for seasons on seasons on seasons.
Yeah, right? Zard is kind of the dark horse.
Zard's like the newcomer. Bunhara's also like new to this division, and like is usually the division to below the rest of these people before this season. So like really, unless you played him during the regular season, like that might be the only time that you've played Zard.
Yeah, and something just felt different about Zard, man. Zard just felt like he was on a tear. He was one of the top seeds. He was just winning everything. He had great Terra captains, a really well constructed team, a lot of threats, like, and just navigated his games really well. So it was the kind of thing where it's like voting against Bunhara isn't even like shade of Bunhara. It's more of like a recognition Zard was playing extremely well and had an extremely threatening. What else do we have here?
Oh wait, did you want to look at? Yeah, let's look at the rest of them. So
Yeah.
then it was really
That
just
was
Sid
mine.
versus Jortson. That was the
Yeah.
one that
Definitely
was like forfeit after the Garg was running away.
Yeah. But that was a crazy showing from Sid, who just pulled up with exactly the right stall sets to force Jortson
his
to
whole
just...
team was stall.
But that's the thing, it was like not really a stall team. It had elements of stall.
It had enough elements of stall to be able to bring a stall game or a stall team to every match that wasn't the exact same thing every time.
Yeah, but like he played a random stall game in the middle of the season, and then after that, just like didn't stall. Like Torn T, Weavile, you can't say that Weavile and like Nihilego is a right Mega Altaria.
Yeah,
like things like that. Now
when it's draft, it's still I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Now the stall elements is again the Torn T can be kind of like regen spam with Slowbro.
Yeah,
you got Clodsire, Terra Garganackle, Chansey.
Well,
and I guess Mega Altaria can stall.
The thing with draft in general is that it's like, if you actually drafted only stall mons, you would 100% lose every single game. Well, not every single game, but you know what I mean? It's like it doesn't work like that in draft. You have to have some threatening offensive pieces, or else your opponent just builds for stall and just puts taunt on everything and encore and everything. You have to have some things that threaten it. That doesn't mean it's not a draft stall team, right? Like.
Right, and that's what like the Mega Altaria and the Weavile and even the like Nihilego and the Torn T to an extent too. Like
can be
there's offense there to consider.
Yeah,
and you're not just running like a Toxapex in the Nihilego slot and stuff, right?
Yeah, that'd be way too matchup fishy.
Yeah.
I guess I had Jortson winning. I don't remember what we talked about because usually I'm behind Sid, but I think this time I was like, this is the time that Jortson makes it out of round 1.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
And you were wrong.
I think everybody else voted for Sid.
Those two brackets were the same. Oh yeah, we went over that. These two were the same too.
I would have won it if I just went with the crowd voted for Sid. I would have had one better point than you.
Yeah, but you didn't.
But I didn't, and now we're tied.
Yeah, but I actually won.
Wrong.
It says it right there. I won. Oh, your title is Hollow Victory. Are you playing Silksong when it comes out? What do you mean now?
I never.
Are you a human being? One. What do you mean? Then go play Hollow Knight.
I don't need to. I'm happy that's coming out. That people have been waiting for a while. I just I don't really buy.
You're just gonna go on the internet and say that you're happy that people are happy.
Yeah, I mean it takes absolutely nothing away from me because I'm not waiting for the developer to make something else. The only time I'm like annoyed by a game release is when it's like, great, this is like taking away from development that they could be working on. Like Metro Prime 4 being in development hell for a decade, and that's why DKC Tropical Freeze was the last DK game that Retro ever made.
There are a lot of indie devs who had to like move the release date, like their September release date, because Silksong was coming out.
Well, because everybody is waiting.
It's just
for
an overwhelming indie presence, right? That like, if anybody's gonna buy your indie game, it's the same people who have been waiting for Silksong because they want us.
Yeah.
This, right? Like your whole consumer base is Silksong for the next month. Put it off for a little while.
I feel kind of bad, because you know I support like indie development. Like I like like I'll like promote stuff. I'll like share posts and stuff about them. But I've never been one to really buy them. Like I know like I dedicate my time to like very specific games. Like I like to just like commit to one game for a while, which is why like a game like WoW is perfect for me because it's just always this like always progressing. But like outside of that, it's like I've always been PC plus Nintendo console because I would just play my PC games that were like ongoing support, and then I would buy the first party Nintendo games as they come out, and I would just play those on Switch or like on whatever console, and then that was just all I'd do. And it's not like I don't have anything against indie games, but it's just like for me, it's like I know that if I start buying them, like when do I stop buying them, right? Like it's kind of a I don't know. It's weird. I feel like I can buy a bad Kirby game and still be like, at least it's a Kirby game. Like I was gonna buy this anyway.
That's how Nintendo gets you, dude. That's how you end up buying every Pokemon game and saying, well,
I still
at least I got to use Lucario again.
Yeah, but the thing is like I'm still happier doing that than spending a quarter of the money on a game that I didn't really care for, but then doing that like 6 times. You know, it's like when I could just be like, hey, you know what? Even if this game isn't good, at least there are going to be enough people playing it that we can talk about it. You know, or I can watch videos about it. Right? Like, which I guess that's a bad argument for Silksong because there's going to be plenty of people playing that. But but that's just like for me, it's like I like to just take like it's more expensive, but it's also like kind of like the safe option where it's like even I still think the worst Pokemon game is a more enjoyable experience for me than the best Pal World game. I don't know, like it's just they're just not. I don't know. It's like that is how they get you, but like it's the perk of making an IP that's so strong that the game doesn't really have to be good for it to still be, because it's not just that like it's selling because you like the mods. It's like the game is enjoyable because you like the mods. Like I even through the bugs, I enjoyed playing through it like on release, Scarlet and Violet, even though it was like such a buggy mess and there were like objectively bad things about the game. I still had fun playing it because I liked using the mods that I like, and that's the reward that they get for designing good mods and having these games that persevere and like.
But like that's why they can put out unfinished, unpolished slop, is because people will buy their overwhelming IP.
Right, but I also
it's on us to show them that we want polished games, right?
But I think that people are doing that though, like and they are.
Yeah, just not you.
Right.
Are they adjusting it?
No,
what
it's a good thing.
Pokemon games are they putting out?
Because they used to release a game every year, and now it's been 3 years since the last game, and that was
they
like
used to
directly
put out
as a
quality games.
But I'm saying that when the quality started to decline is when they were doing like Gen 9 a year after Arceus and BDSP, which was a year after Sword and Shield. It's like
it was a different company with BDSP and also with Legends as well. So I don't think that's really
but it's still.
But like, what? How can you defend like they take 3 times as long to put out a game and it's 3 times worse? How do you defend that?
Well, we don't know yet. We haven't seen a game that's taken that long to make.
Well, you said between Gen 8 and 9. Didn't you say that it's getting like their release time is getting slower or longer?
No, between 9 and 10. We haven't even had 10 announced yet.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah. Like a direct result of people being really upset with how Scarlet and Violet turned out, because it was like clearly rushed and like clearly like a small team, and yeah, it was a different team that did BDSP and Legend Arceus. But the fact is that those developers could still be working on the other gens instead of having them do all these different projects, which is a problem because the actual like Game Freak team is like really small for the largest like IP in the world.
Well, I don't think that's our problem.
And their games are still made by like 20 people. It is a problem when they can't.
That's
when they don't have enough people to fix it.
It is a problem. It's not our problem.
Oh yeah, right. No, that's what I'm hoping they fix. It's not like we're not
paying the bills. Like, why is Game Freak so small?
Right. And I agree with that. And but at the same time, like I think you can still buy a game and criticize it, like because the games sold well. Like I don't think like the people who didn't buy it were the reason that they're changing things, because the game still sold really well. It's the reviewers that they still don't like having like the bad publicity of like every single person who reviewed this game or talked about it at all is saying like, I don't care how the rest of this game is, it runs like shit, and they need to fix this for the next game. It's like it does have impact. You can still buy the game and still send that message and tell them what they need to improve for the next one.
Well, it was a Switch problem, right? Wasn't it a console problem? Because doesn't Scarlet Violet run like a lot better? Switch did.
Yeah, but it's still a patch. Like Game Freak is not good at optimizing games, and that's another reason why like the small team is an issue. It's like that they're good at some of the things, like they're good at the things that they do. They are not good at a lot of things. And you look at like other teams, like even look at other teams on Nintendo, like they're compression wizards on like the Zelda team, like the amount that they can compress something and like make it still run and be absolutely massive. And it's like, and I don't know, the Game Freak's team just like doesn't have the people that can do that, and that's why it's like, you would hope that they hire some people, but they're kind of set in their ways with that, and that's the problem with if something comes up. But like that's why Pal World was like when that became a thing. It's like it doesn't matter how well Scarlet and Violet sold if Pal World is suddenly in the spotlight and everybody's talking about how bad Scarlet and Violet was because Pal World is popular. And but that's just it. Is like I can still buy Scarlet and Violet. I can still enjoy it. I can still criticize it. And there will still be reasons that they're going to decide they need to fix something for next time, even though the game sold. And I think that like it's a very cynical view that some people have where it's like I cannot buy this or else they will not change anything. The reality is that you as an individual not buying something doesn't make a difference at all. If you can rally,
you vote in your election either.
No, that's different because that's
the exact same thing.
No, because voting is strictly for one outcome. Like you're either voting or you're not. You like if you're voting for something to happen, it's like if you don't vote, there's no difference. You don't get enjoyment out of the act of voting. You're voting for something to change.
Right. But
buying a game is like you're asking people to vote for them to change something, but also not buy the game and enjoy it. That's like saying like if you were voting in an election, it's like you could either vote in this election and you get a free toy or like a free game to buy. I don't know what an example would be. You get something for voting, but also if you vote, like it might suck. The outcome might suck. You're still hoping that people weigh voting and getting that free thing against not voting and maybe something sucking, right? Whereas
like the company still has your money regardless of whether you enjoyed it. And sure, you could put out a negative review, but they don't care because you're still gonna. If you have that opinion of I don't care how bad the game is, I'm still gonna buy it and then they don't have to care and they can just put out another game and get all of your.
I'm saying that you have to trust that there are not other people that are doing that. Like they're like you're not just because you're hoping that enough people decide to not do that. Like that enough people will weigh not buying the game, not getting these whatever small enjoyment they would have gotten out of it, all for the moral sake of saying like, well, we're voting with our wallets. You guys better not buy it because I'm not buying it. Please don't buy it. I'm not going to. You guys better not buy it either. And then they go buy it anyway. Like that's why it doesn't really matter, and that's why it's different from voting in an election where it's like there's no like if you're not voting, you're just not saying anything, right? Like the act of going to vote is strictly to tell somebody what you think. The act of going to purchase something is yes, you're telling them something that you're gonna buy the game, but you're also getting something for it. Like you're like even if it's not the perfect thing, like you're still getting something for it. And
right. The
and
point,
so you have to hope that enough people don't think that small gain is worth it, is more worth it than abstaining from voting, and also that those people aren't also thinking the same thing, saying, "Oh well, everyone else is just going to buy it anyway, so me not buying it doesn't make a difference," because it's still more likely that more people are going to buy it anyway. It's like it's just not the same thing. Problem. What?
You're just saying it's not your problem.
No,
you're saying it's someone else's problem. You're saying, somebody else can vote with their wallets. I'm not going to do it because I don't have enough faith that other people are going to vote with their wallets.
No, I'm saying the reason that voting with your wallet doesn't work is because you can't have enough faith that people are going to do the same thing when it's something that big.
You just kind of have to have faith. I don't know.
And my point is that it's harder to have that faith when it's something that most people are still going to buy anyway. Whereas compared to an election where it's like, again, you're only going to vote or you're voting yes or no. It's like there's no bonus to voting one way or the other. It's like you only want the outcome. If there was an election to say should Game Freak
always win.
Well, exactly. That's how.
It's because people just buy their flop and say that it's okay. Why? What's the incentive for Game Freak to improve their games?
I mean, public image is part of it.
Does public image drop their sales?
It drops them. It doesn't mean that they don't sell anything, but it definitely drops them.
Who isn't buying their games because they have bad reviews? Not you, because it's not your problem.
No, but when you're a company that's also dealing with like appealing to parents and children, like children who aren't really consuming that stuff themselves, and it's just the parents that only see the reviews.
A parent buying a Pokemon game for their kid or a Kirby game for their kid or whatever isn't looking at online reviews, how good they couldn't care less if a 7-year-old is playing a bad game. It's a Pokemon.
No, but it's about publicity. It's about publicity in general, though. Like, when you're also that big of an IP, if the game is a flop, the only headlines you're going to see is how bad the game was. And it's like...
Bad publicity is publicity.
Not really with an IP like that. That's one of the downsides of being an IP that big, where it's like bad publicity can be good for some things, right? It's like if it's just getting a name out there. But when your name's already out there and you're getting bad publicity, it's like you would much rather people not be seeing that at all, or at least like you'd rather them not be talking about the game because people are gonna buy it anyway, right? Like it's.
Well,
but
I don't know. I don't really get this. You're saying people are gonna buy it anyways, but then you're also saying that they're incentivized to make their game better. But if they're gonna buy it anyways.
No, I'm saying the incentive is to not get bad publicity because it's gonna sell more passively if there was in the hypothetical that they didn't get bad publicity. It would sell more passively because people
but they can make another game faster if they put less effort into the first game.
Yeah,
you can just churn out Call of Duty Pokemon games and have 10 shitty Pokemon games come out in 6 years and recycle old IPs and remake old games and revisit like old characters, and if they're shit, it doesn't matter. You pumped out a bunch of games. You sold it to everybody except for the vocal minority.
Well, I actually think that there is a drawback to releasing too much at once too, because there are a lot of like casual fans who will only buy one of the releases kind of at a time. Whereas like because I know like when Arceus and BDSP kind of came out at the same time, there were a lot of people who only bought one or the other.
Yeah,
not like the really big fans would buy both, right? Like
they get the double pack
both versions. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But like on average, again, you have to think about like the average consumer for this too, where it's like they might only have a budget for like one game every couple months, like one first party like AAA game. If you're releasing too much of the same thing over and over again, it's like it definitely does hurt in that sense. Like yeah, sure, maybe they buy it somewhere down the line, but they might buy it on sale, they might buy it on something like right? There's a lot of reason why you wouldn't want to just flood the zone like that. I don't know. I think that there are incentives to put out a good product. Not as many incentives. Like you will still stay afloat as a company if you're not putting out good products. But the whole idea of publicly traded companies is that your shareholders can sue you if you're not doing what's in the best interest of profit. And that is sometimes very subjective.
Yeah, I would argue that the shareholders are actually more okay with you putting out more unfinished slop games to sell.
Yes, for a lot of companies, yeah. Like, and that's why a lot of companies got to this point.
Yeah,
like Activision, like Game Freak, and like there's a lot of companies that got to this point where it's like yeah, it turns out you can just release something.
What do you think reviews of recent Call of Duty games are?
I think they're still pretty average. I think they just get it's pretty good. I think the most recent one were bad. I think the most recent one was bad because I remember that there was bad reception to that. But I think before that they were still probably getting like 7s and 8s. Oh wait, you mean like player reviews or
yeah, player reviews.
Player reviews probably really really low. I thought you meant like IGN, which I would think they're still just giving it like 7 and 8. Like,
maybe. Let me check. Where does it show the rating?
You can check like Metacritic, I guess. I wonder if I'll do this. What do you look at?
There's so many. I have to scroll so far. I'm on IGN.
Hold on. I'm gonna look up Call of Duty average review score. You do Metacritic and it's just all the Call of Duty reviews. Oh, but that's just for the one game from 2003. Go to Activision, see what like
Yeah, the
best
IGN ratings are
all-time
actually pretty good. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Like they will just keep reviewing them like pretty average. But yeah, the player reviews are gonna be like in the dumpster. They're probably in the dumpster from like Black Ops 2. Right now, that one I think was pretty well received. I think after that is when everyone started hating them.
It goes down after that for sure.
Anyways,
I think we just disagree fundamentally.
Yeah. Well, just to be clear, just to be clear, I am not one of the people that is saying like, well, I'm only buying it because everyone else will. I'm buying it because I want to. I want to play the game. Like, and I'm the person that you have to worry about, right? Where it's like,
I know. That's what I'm saying. You're saying it's not your problem.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're saying it's my problem, not yours.
It is.
That's my argument against you. Is you're the person.
Well, my argument against you is that I enjoyed the game.
To vote with my wallet.
Yeah, but my argument against you is that I still enjoyed the game. So it was worth the money to me. I bought the game twice. I bought Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, but you're saying that it's slop and buggy and like basically unplayable.
No, I said it was buggy. But I said that I enjoyed it in spite of the bugs, though.
I don't know. I think putting up with that is the problem, but you don't care because you'll put up with it, basically. Like, it's not the consumer's job to put up with it, right?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it's... Have you ever eaten at a restaurant where it's like, you paid for the food and it like, wasn't that great? You're a little bit disappointed, but it's like, I mean...
Yeah, and you don't go back.
But have you ever been to a restaurant that you've like been to before and it was good, and then you go one time, it's like, oh, you got something on the menu that you didn't really like? It's like, I just won't get that again.
Yeah, but then you have a rapport and you say, well, I went once and it was good. I went once and try it one more time to decide if I want to go back again. But
no, you just go back and start eating the other thing that you got that you liked.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Like you go, you try something that you don't normally order, and it wasn't good.
Yeah.
You still say like, well, I'll deal with that. I paid for it, whatever. Just next time I'm not going to buy that again.
But
you can still enjoy the restaurant.
If you're going to no. If you're going to the Pokemon restaurant and you order a Pokemon food,
whoa,
you don't go back.
They don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore. They don't do that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is you don't like. You're saying that like one restaurant is giving you multiple things. I would say that like argument is fair with Nintendo as an overarching thing, but I don't think you can say that like mainline like Pokemon games are like buying the Gen 10 mainline Pokemon after you didn't like Gen 8 and Gen 9, going back to the same restaurant, ordering the same thing that you didn't like twice in a row, and complaining about it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you order the same thing. But also, it's like, you don't necessarily know exactly how it's going to be. Like, you would have to wait to see if it has the same issues, right? I'm just saying in terms of, like, as the consumer, like, it is kind of, like, it's normal to not always be 100% satisfied with something that you paid for.
Right. It's fine if something has problems, but, like, things are unfinished.
But it's also, this is also an era in games where it's like, things do get fixed, right? Like they're unfinished, but they eventually get fixed, which is a bad. I will say overall, it's a bad thing. I think that's an unavoidable thing nowadays. That so many games just like release with like a day one patch, or like something gets updated later on, and it's just. I mean, I don't think that will change anytime soon.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, there are a lot of old games that are charming for their issues, but also like there are a lot of ROM hacks that make them better, right? Like, there's certain things that's like, oh, it would be nice if they could go back and update this game and like make this quality of life change, or patch out this really game-breaking bug or a balance issue. But with old games, we just accept it. Like you say, like we're talking about like accepting slop. It's like, you know how much slop is in some of the old games that we all love? Like it's just, the difference is that it was okay to have issues in a game back then.
The difference is technology, man. We have N64 graphics in Gen 8 Pokemon.
Yeah, but it's like we have this higher expectation because technology has progressed, but it's like why does that mean that the game is worse though? If we enjoyed the game with
I
bad
mean, the
graphics
graphics
before.
aren't like the only thing to make the game. I give you that. I don't know. We've been talking about this for 30 minutes, man.
I know, yeah. Well, I think we're at the end of it.
Yeah, I don't
We're
think
gonna be
anybody
in the
else is still in
brackets.
here.
It doesn't matter. We're
Yeah,
not reviewing any
you've already
docs.
gotten what you wanted out of this. I will say
Yeah.
though,
You know what else I got?
what?
Scarlet and Violet, and I'm gonna pre-order Gen 10 as soon as they announce it.
No, don't
I
pre-order
already
Gen
have
10,
ZA
dude.
pre-ordered. Dude, I'm so
Oh my
excited for
god,
ZA.
you actually
It's gonna
are
be
the
so
worst kind of
good.
person.
Dude, I'm gonna be
I hate you so
playing
much,
ZA.
dude.
It's gonna be so much fun. I'm gonna have a Simi Sage on my team.
I can't. I'm so happy for you, man.
Yeah, it's gonna
And
be
when I
awesome.
say so happy, I mean
It's gonna be so awesome. He's gonna
I'm
be
not
on my
happy for
team.
you.
I've never had a
Yeah,
Simi Sage on my team. It's the only monkey that I've never had on my team because I always have
great.
like
Go
another
back and
grass
play
type.
Black and White. There
Well,
was a
I
good
did,
game.
and that's when I had a Simi Poor on my team. I played Black and White 2 on an emulator.
Nice. That was a great game.
It was the first time I played it. I never got it when
Hell
I was
yeah.
a kid. I got Black and White 1, and I didn't really like
You
it.
know what else you could do is you could emulate a ROM hack that has Simusage in it instead of giving
What
Nintendo
could? Well,
$90.
I have used Simi Sage in like Pokerogue and stuff. Like I've used him before. It's just I haven't done a playthrough of a game with him. And this time it's like the stars are just kind of aligned. Like right? the Simi Poor I did on the emulator run of Black and White 2. That mon's never being transferred to any of my actual games. But like my first Gen 6 run on X on my 3DS, I had a Simi Seer, the fire one.
I'm happy for you.
So this is like, it's just I've always had a grass type. Anytime that he was in the game, it's like mostly because I usually use Snivy in Gen 5, and it's like, well, I
That's
don't
fair.
get another grass type. And then in Gen 6, I got the free like Venusaur, like Mega Venusaur.
True.
And so like, and they're really not in that many games. It's kind of the problem. They've only been in like Gen 6, Gen 5, and then they haven't been on Switch until this game, with the first time that they're actually usable on Switch. So I was like, I have to have one of them on my team. This is the time.
This will be your 13th reason.
So-
This is the straw that broke Toadie's back. There hasn't been Simisage in 3 generations. All right, Game Freak. I'm not buying your games anymore.
Well, no, but now they're putting them in a game, so I'm back in.
Oh,
All my
damn it.
chips are back in on the Game Freak
All right. Well,
table. Yeah,
everybody.
because they put the monkeys in another game. So I mean,
Everybody who likes the downward trajectory of Pokemon games over the last few generations, I hope that you're happy. I'm happy that you're happy. Everybody who doesn't like it, doesn't matter. Toadie's going to buy 100
I will buy them
of every game
Yeah, I'm gonna buy
to
those games
undo all of our progress of voting against them with our.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy all of them. So like,
Yep. And you're gonna actually buy every single copy of Silk Song and scalp them so that
no, I wouldn't do that. I
company-
don't support indie devs. I only support the really rich companies. Yeah,
you'll buy all their stock and bankrupt them right before they put out Silk Song.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the indie companies. I wouldn't do that to them.
Okay.
Hey, you know what's funny?
All right. What?
If you don't buy a copy of Gen 10, me buying both versions completely undoes you individually not buying one.
True.
Because I bought 2.
Why would you?
That's
buy
how
both?
they get you. That's how. Well, I the first time I bought both was Scarlet and Violet, and that's because I had Scarlet for like 2 years and I wanted to replay through it, and the DLC that added like APOM to it APOM's actually a Violet exclusive. I got him by transferring into Scarlet, but I wanted to have a game where he was like where I could shiny hunt him in the wild, because there's like I don't like all the other games he's like headbutt a tree. It's like I'm not shiny hunting with that. So I was like, you know what? I want to have Violet so I can shiny hunt. And there were a couple other version exclusives like Morpeko and stuff that was also Violet. They're just kind of like all DLC.
$80 for an A-bomb.
Well, no, I also want to play through it again, so I got the version exclusive legendaries as well, and now every time there's like an event Pokemon that comes out, I get 2 of them, so I can like keep one and then
And what are you
give one
doing
away.
with those? Are they sitting in your box right now?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
All right.
Let's just say I have 2 of Wolfie's Incineroar.
Surely they're not in the daycare together. I'm not going to ask that
Don't
question.
ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
Okay. We're going to move on. The Pseudo Widow Cup is underway. We've already had 4 battles.
Oh, right, we
take
have to
place.
talk about that.
We already had 2 battles take place today. I doubt anybody. If you followed along with that
There
35-minute
are 0
conversation,
concurrent
I'm happy for you.
There are
4 battles
timestamp.
happened. There's like 2 battles happened during stream.
Oh, really?
Something like that. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. I think we're probably gonna end there. Thanks for listening to our ramble
during stream. Oh wait, no, 2. Yeah, because 7:27 I think was. No, that might be.
That was like around the time I joined the call so that we could start streaming, but I guess that wasn't technically. We started the stream at like a bit.
But there was about
8.
7:02 and one at 6:04. So since I started like fixing all the bracket stuff, which was probably I think around like 6:30 is probably when I got on to do that. There have been 4 games since then. Wait, but that's all the games.
No, there's 10 battles. Oh, you mean that's all of them that have been played? Yeah, well, we just put out the announcement for like it just started today.
So maybe you were talking about the 2 that had happened before you joined, which is that makes sense.
Okay, well, stay tuned with the Pseudo Widow Cup. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think picking between the same 35 Pokemon every week with a rotating 35 is going to be really funny. It's already led to a lot of funny like speed tie encore situations where the same Ogerpon is like speed tying and trying to encore the other Ogerpon.
Is there? This might ruin it, honestly. But I was wondering if there was a way to like at least guarantee that there's one of every type in the 35.
No. We're randomizing.
But it also is kind of funny if it's like 3 dragons and no fairies.
Yeah. You just every week for that week you just bring all the dragons and
or I guess this week is kind of like that with the 1 ground type.
With Zygarde, yep.
Now,
it's a Zygarde named Camel. How many electrics? There's 2 Rotoms, a Terra Thunderous Ski, and a Zero.
I was looking at the screenshot of like part of the list. I don't see Rotoms. Here it is. Oh, I guess it's showing on the stream. No, wait, no, this is the whole doc.
Yeah, that's a doc. You want just the list? Yeah, whatever.
It's because the preview shows the doc at the bottom. Oh, this is nobody can see anything because the whole list of mons is cropped off to the side. This is Zero Aura. Yeah, he's not gonna have a great time. Or no, he will have a great time if Zygarde dies. But...
True. But there's also the opposing Thunderous and Zeras to Volt Absorb.
Oh yeah, to Volt Absorb.
And there's 2 Rotoms.
Okay, realistically, having 1 ground type actually isn't that impactful for the electric matchup because there are multiple other electric communities.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. Thanks for tuning in, people who did.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys at the midnight release for Gen 10. I'll be there.
Oh my god, man! I swear Mario's about to
I got 2 of them pre-ordered, 2 of each version actually. I think he's